Let the ceremony begin.
Countless battles, I walk with no shadow. Desert in sandal, the ghost with the candle. King of all crowns, rip the rattle off serpents. Blood I thirst, since I am the worst. Follow your footsteps, you have no footprints. I am the surface, you worthless purpose. The moon, the stars, I'm connected to darkness. Heads of marksmen, I've hunted the farthest. Village of troops, Molotov the roofs. Black Sunday service with Holocaust roots. Homo Kabbalah, black magic and balas. These AKs and hollows will leave you forgotten. This bottomless season, you looking for meaty Mussolini, Gaddafi, the world cannot stop me. I'm legend, remember me? Gifted since birth, you were delivered in a hearse. Your mother and your father trade your soul for a curse. I'm a soldier, coming at you like a locomotive. Never knew I navigate the culture. Service at the tabernacle potions. The devil made my father, let a spirit set beside me. My mother was a slave to 3 witches on the island. Ever cheat death? Ever wake up and can't catch one breath? Master of obstacles, the Nostradamus. I structure the continent, the director of operas. I swing my arms, I move the seas. I change the weather, 500 degrees. The god of chaos, I shed no pity. Come over for the seance. Hey, kitty, kitty. The ruler of your conscience, yeah. In your head, I'm a monster. Take control of all your options, yeah. There's no way you gonna stop this.
The ruler of your conscience.
Yeah, yeah. Where you gonna stop it?
Don Pablo, master ceremonial.
Godfather, Vito Corleone. In other words, we're bosses and foremen. Superintendents,
Chief of commandment.
take a damn good sniff for that white shit. White girl wasted, don't act like a white bitch. I'm just fucking with you, dog, I ain't racist. Put a bandana on my head and make me
Rest
rich.
easy, Mike.
Taylor's big bag
Mike
of
Flores, man.
You roll around the hood, no good nameless. My ancestors built this, we are ancient.
Dark.
LA, I bleed blue to the plain.
Our mamas, we miss you.
It's a lit fit for crash landing. Stove top stays hot, no break gassing. No wrong, red, wrong, crushing your ass. Organized hits in orderly fashion. Like Thor, my hammer hits, the floor's crashing. The damage I do,
Good?
your crew gets smashed.
Yeah. Fix your mic, bring your mic too.
I'm an asshole. I've learned
Okay.
to embrace it. The king is standing, just curve in cases till shit changes. I'ma keep doing dirt till
Let's
I
go.
get paper.
Welcome to Hood Stocks, baby, the #1 underground podcast in the city of Los Angeles. Southern California, California worldwide, baby. You know what to do right here. We appreciate all the Goonies tapping in, man. A lot of love, a lot of respect. We're going to get right into this. We got a blockbuster for you this Sunday evening. It feels good to be back this Sunday evening, man. This is our time slot when we give you the fire interviews, man. And so, peep game, I want everybody to raise up out your motherfucking futons and give it up for the triple OG Sleepy Joe Venice, baby. Let's go.
What's up, everyone? Don't give me nervous.
How you doing,
That's right.
OG?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good tonight. I'm feeling good.
Hey, hell yeah, bro. I feel
That's
good
right.
too, brother.
That's right.
And it makes me feel even better knowing that you feel good. You
Yeah.
feel good, I feel good.
That's right. We all feel good.
We all feel good, baby. Well, you know what? I want to start this off with some gifts, OG. You know what I mean? I got a Hood Stocks t-shirt for you right here.
That's right.
Yes.
It's so
I got a hat snapback for you. And
camouflage. I need that.
yes, sir. And I got some gas money for you too,
What?
bro.
No,
I always
can't say no to that.
Hell no, bro. Hell no, dog.
Right.
Little, some tacos and some gas
Yeah,
money, doggy.
okay, right.
Yeah, dog. And you know what?
What is this?
And everybody knows Hood Stocks does this for the OGs. We do this for the lifers that come out. I only take care of the lifers, the homies, and it doesn't matter if you're a homie. Like, there's been black men that have come out from doing life. They've been on Hood Stocks, no discrimination. We always want to see individuals like yourself, like whatever we can do, we try to do. And you know what I mean? Bop, you know what I mean? A little love, bro.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that, too.
Absolutely,
Really
man.
appreciate that.
How's everything going with you?
All right, bro. You know, I've been out a minute now. I have, you know, and I got a good job working, and you know, it was at first it was a little hard at first. Can you hear me?
Yeah, talking to the mic.
Let me get this real quick. All right?
Yeah, there you go. There you
All
go.
right. Yeah, at first it was a little hard when I came home. Had to assimilate. You know what I mean? But how could I put this? I hit the ground running because I already knew I was gonna come home. You know what I'm saying? I put my paperwork in, and the courts had got at me and told me we're gonna bring you back to court. So once I knew that, I'd already been down a long time. So
What's a long time? How long were you down
30
for?
years.
You
30
did
years.
30 years straight.
Yeah, I did 30 years straight.
You did. There's no breaks. You did 30 years straight. Like they
Yes,
didn't let you out for a little while and say, "Hey, go get a burger, some tacos, have some sex, and then come back in, bro, so you can do the next 15." You know what I mean,
I wish.
that'd be nice, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think they call that conjugal visits.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you have action for conjugal visits?
No, I didn't. Sorry to say that, but that's a whole another segment because of why I got.
And maybe we'll talk about that. We'll get into that in the story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
So you hit the ground running.
I hit the ground running because I pretty much knew what I wanted, bro. I'm already getting older, and I've been down all this time, so I gotta think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't get stuck in that. Just the reality of prison. You can't get just stuck in that because you're just gonna stay in that. So when I'm thinking to myself, well, as soon as I touch ground, I want to be ready. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a job, get my ID, all the things you need to do when I'm pretty sure everybody knows, when you're on parole, got to get your ID, you got to get, all the stuff you need,
Yes,
stuff
sir.
you need to get.
Yes.
So, but thankful enough, I had my daughter. My daughter helped me out a lot, and she made sure, Dad, you're coming with me. Boom, she got my ID, she helped me get everything, and everything worked out good for the first part, and that's how that went.
Okay, and we'll get into the part because what I want to do with you, Sleepy Joe. So the bread and butter hood stocks is having the OGs or having individuals like yourself that have done long stretches, street dudes, penitentiary dudes, to share their journey. You know what I mean? To share their journey in life, and obviously we're going to get into the light of your story, but we got to get through the mud. We got to get to the dark. You know what I mean? We got to start from the very beginning. And I don't know if the very beginning of your life was dark. Was the very beginning as an adolescent, as a child growing up, was it dark, or did it get dark as you got older?
Well, I could say it like this. At the very beginning, we're like just every other Mexican family. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we start off poor. We're poor as it is, starting off. And as time went on, I'm not going to say that my parents weren't there. They were there. They were loving parents and they were always there for me. But like my father, he had his little thing on the side. He ended up going to prison himself. But I never felt like he didn't love me or he didn't, I didn't never let that get to me because he was always there for me when he could. So I appreciated that, you know what I'm saying? But then as time went on, Pops wasn't there. A one person family, one person household as far as raising me, which was my mother. And my mother just, she's doing what she can just to provide, to put food on the table, And at that time, when you're young, you get a little bit of frijoles and arroz, you cool. You know what I'm saying? You're cool. You don't know no different, right?
Yeah.
So that, I felt I was doing good, I'm taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
So, but unfortunately, down the line, mom's got, older and stuff, and I'm getting older, and at that time, being that it's my mother's raising me, and, it's hard to keep an eye on me. And there you go, I'm running with the neighborhood kids growing up, and I got into all that mess.
And is this in Venice Beach?
Yes, not at the beach. Everybody, let me just say something.
Yeah, because you corrected
pump
me when
your brakes. Wait, hold up. Pump your brakes.
Okay.
All right? Because first of all, Venice is Venice, okay? But then you got Venice Beach, okay? The beach is all the way to the end, where the water is, and those are the gang of white people. Okay, right? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And there's a lot of gabachos over there, right? And they got the surf and all that. I'm not trying to put it down.
No.
But that's not my neighborhood.
Okay.
I mean, it is in the city of Venice, you know what I'm saying? But you need to come back maybe a couple blocks, and that's the city of Oakwood. Venice, Venice, California, Oakwood area. That's where my neighborhood's at.
Got you.
Okay.
My apologies.
No, it's no big deal. I just like to say that because
Well, you got mad at me because
right away they want to, think I'm wearing a G-string out there and roller skates, I'm not out there no damn roller skates and all that bullshit.
You're on your surfboard.
Yeah, you need to check yourself, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I had to say that.
He said we're in the hood over here.
Well, let me say shout out to Droops and Loca right here sitting in with us, man, as always, co-host, man. So, hey, Droops, Loca, check it out. So I send him when I got the promo back from my guy that does the graphics for our promo, right?
Yeah.
He put Venice Beach. because I put Venice Beach. So I sent it to Sleepy Joe for approval. And he put LOL. Come on, S.A. Venice Beach.
Get me off the surfboard.
I'm come rolling into the G Street with a surfboard on my back. Come on, homie.
Por favor, let's.
Get your shit right, look. And I said, my bad, OG. I mean, because I love Venice Beach, bro. If I could ever live in that area, man, I'd be a happy camper. It is. It's beautiful out there. It's culture. I mean, obviously the gentrification killed a lot of shit, man. But we can get into that conversation later. So, once again, OG, my apologies. I will never mix that up again.
Nah, man, come on, it ain't like that. Look.
No, I know it ain't, bro. But I sincerely mean that as well. And obviously, sometimes we have to educate each other on the areas. You know what I mean? That I'm not familiar with, or you may not be familiar with. So now everybody knows. You know what I mean? Don't get the homie fucked up. Don't get it twisted up. Ain't no G strings and rollerblades popping off over here. Even though I would love to know how to surf, bro. You know what I mean? Have you ever surfed?
Nah, I don't even like to swim, bro.
Okay. What about float?
I float.
Yeah, I know you can. You got them motherfucking airbags, girl.
Look, I can float.
She got them flotation devices. Hell yeah. If you ever go on cruise, make sure you take Loca, because if the fucking Titanic goes down, bro, you just grab one of them things, dog. You know what I mean?
I got you, homie.
I'm gonna remember that.
She got them boondocks or whatever you call them things. You know what I mean? Things that are in the ocean floating. Anyways, so okay, Venice. You know what I mean? You were this time with your mom as a single mother. You were in Venice.
Yes.
Okay.
I was living in my neighborhood at that time. Yeah. So
how was it back then? I mean, what years are we talking? Are we talking
we're talking
70s?
about 70s, late 70s,
Late 70s,
early 80s. You know, and then, at that time, man, gangbanging was hard, bro. You know, it was on.
Zone, baby.
You know how it was, and
I know you know how it was. I'm not an OG
but
like
you know
you.
what time it is.
Yeah, I know the history.
Yeah, so it was rough, bro. Mom's wasn't. She was just doing what she could do to provide, put food on the table and all that stuff. But at that age, you think you're invincible. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing gonna. I used to think like 50 years old. I'll never be 50 years old. I'll be dead before then. That's the mentality we had. Yeah. At that time, as far as gangbanging and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So time went on, and started getting a little older. Hit junior high school, gangbanging, and one thing led to another, and there I go. I'm in juvenile hall, and on my way to California Youth Authority.
What got you in? What got you in that direction of going to the Youth Authority?
I'll keep it real, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, 100%, bro. In my mind and in my heart, I was just like, I was being a follower, bro. I was being a follower, I wasn't being my own man. I was listening to other people and trying to be like them, I didn't really understand what was going on. I mean, I understood that I'm in a gang, but at the same time, this was back in the days. Everything was different.
Yeah.
It's not like now, everybody got their little, their pantalones all, it was different back then. You have a pair of Levi's, you might wear them a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have a lot of money, Holmes,
Yeah.
So, you trying to put the work in and, be down. But see, you're focusing on that than what you're really doing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So, I didn't really know, bro. So, I was just following the next man, So, there we go, gang banging and stuff. And I got caught up in a assault. And just trying to make some money, just to get high,
Yeah.
And that's when I got introduced to PCP. That was a lot of, that was the main thing at that time.
Yeah.
PCP and heroin too, but those are for the older guys. I was just still a kid. You know what I mean? So I got into that, and that's what I went to California Youth Authority for. Yeah.
How old were you when you went in there?
To juvenile hall when I got busted, or when I finally got to Youth Authority?
Both.
Okay, I got arrested when I was.
So who's hitting the mic thing? Someone's hitting the mic. Yeah, I don't know. I hear it. I hear it.
Your leg, Loca.
Yeah, please don't hit that. I hear it. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So what was that? Okay, yeah.
How old you were and going to juvenile hall?
I was about 13, turning 14, and I ended up getting busted for what I just told you, and I ended up going to Central Juvenile Hall. But at that time, I was hanging around with a lot of older people. You know what I'm saying? My crime partners were already 18.
Gotcha.
So when I ended up going to court, they were like, this dude's already running around with 18-year-olds. You know what I mean? He's in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to listen. He's already, you know how they think of us.
Yeah.
You know, so there I go. They sent me on a 90-day observation to California Youth Authority. And as soon as I walk in, I run into, an amiga, and we get busy. And then that's it. Once you do that, they're pretty much going to accept you.
What year was this?
This was like it was 79 turning 80.
Damn.
Come on, man.
No, I'm just saying, bro.
You realize how old I am.
No, that's the beginning. That's the beginning of the beginning. I mean, that was close to the, a lot of founding moments in history.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, and so that's a whole different animal.
Exactly.
Yeah, and how was it? I mean, how did you feel walking into these environments at such a young age? You know what I mean? Were you just like you in it to win it? Like they said that you were in it to win it, but did you feel like you were in it to win it?
Okay, well, by that time, like I said, remember I told you a minute ago, like I was being a follower as far as doing all the crimes and stuff. By that time, I was already being seasonedly trained. You get what I'm saying? By my older homies.
Sir.
When you get there, you just handle your business straight up. Anybody tells you anything, you just bomb on them.
Yeah.
Handle your business. Whatever happens after that, so what? End up in the hole. That's part of doing time. So that was in my mente. So that's what happened. As soon as I get there, run into an enemy and get busy, and here we go. Now I'm in the hole.
Okay, so there goes the 90-day op is out the window now.
Yes,
like
exactly.
this man is. So they were saying we got a sentence now. So do you go back to court?
I go back to court, and then they sentenced me.
How much time
they gave me 6 years and 6 months.
Damn.
In California Youth Authority at the age of, I was already 14. Yeah, I was 13. I turned 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you feel when you got that time? Like that's a lot of time for a 13, 14-year-old.
On the real, I thought it was all that. I thought I was, I was really doing something.
Yeah.
I really thought that.
Were you proud of getting the time?
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get on the phone and tell the homies. I got all this time.
Yeah.
And it's a fucked up thing to to think about. That's a fucked up thing to think. Because you're just a kid, bro. But at that time I didn't know that.
It's a badge of honor.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what a lot of gente don't understand that about us. You know what I mean? They don't understand the way we grow up, the way we, the things that we learn growing up, the way we see things, and they don't understand that. You know what I mean? So that's it's messed up, bro. And that's why I'm out here now on this podcast to tell you it's a bunch of bull. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, the way we grew up, I don't mean it like that, like it's a bunch of bull, but I mean like, I don't want nobody to get the sense of thinking that, by doing that, you're all that. It's not, bro. It's not,
But you had to learn the hard way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like 100,000 of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how was that 6 years in California Youth Authority, and now you talk about like 79. So we get into the 80s, early 80s. We get into the mid 80s, and you're spending your whole time as an adolescent in one of the roughest juvenile systems I'd say in the world at that time.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. I went to being that I was so young, they sent me to Fred C. Nellis. They used to call Fred's place right here on Whittier Boulevard. Mm-hmm. I think they closed it down. Then we just went to eat there. And
What, they got a restaurant there now?
They got a bunch of restaurants in there.
Oh, okay.
And
Not there,
though.
though.
No, they do inside. Well, okay.
Oh, they tore it down?
They tore it down, and there's a bunch of things like on the wall. This used to be the infirmary, and I was telling her, hey, I went to the infirmary right It's a trip, bro. Yeah, and they got a bunch of restaurants and all kinds of stuff right there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so, yeah.
How was that facility back then?
They had a bunch of, they were called cottages. They had a Monroe. They were named after all presidents.
Why would they name these cottages after
I
presidents?
don't know. I always wondered that. I don't know.
It's an evil thing, don't you think?
Yeah, the presidents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck that president. But anyhow, I'm just saying. But you know what I'm saying? They had Monroe, so they called it Death Row.
Yeah.
They had Jackson. It was called the Jack House. Madison, they called it the Madhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would have been in
one-
the Jack House.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah, so that's how it went, so, but it was always like through age. Like they would keep the younger guys, so I was just a pup. So they kept me in with the younger guys. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wasn't that young, so I was like at the second unit that was the youngest. The second, not the first, the second. The first one was Jackson. So I went there and, oh man, you know, so that's where you learn how to fight.
What is the survival rates in there? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? What do you need to be made of? What kind of mentality do you need to have to survive during these times and that for these facilities?
I tell you one thing, boy, you better be down for the frijoles, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get busy every day. And California Youth Authority, you're gonna be slinging them every day. And then you got other races that are there, and you know you're taught, the reglas and all that pedo. And so you're gonna, you're brought up to understand all the rules and regulations, and all those rules and regulations are pretty much everything, bro. It's like, you take a shower, there's rules and regulations. You get a drink out of the water fountain, there's a rule and regulation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So think about it. You're just a kid, and they're telling you all this, so it catches on in your mente, and you're thinking like, okay, in order to survive here, I gotta take this, to the fullest. Right?
Yeah.
So, I did what I had to do.
In hindsight, thinking about what you went through and how the program was structured and what the facility let go in regards to these young boys, these adolescents, letting them do what they do and not implementing a certain structured program to keep them from harming each other. They're pretty much letting you guys do what you do. Is that safe to say?
To an extent, yes.
To an extent,
yes.
So in hindsight, once again, let me go back to hindsight. In hindsight, they were setting young individuals up like yourself for destruction.
Exactly.
They didn't give a fuck about these young men.
Trip. Exactly. They'll tell you to your face. You'll be in prison. They used to tell us all the time. Oh, you're going to the joint. You'll be in the joint in a few. You'll be there. They used to tell you that, the counselors. And
as a grown man now, a seasoned man that's been through everything that you've been through and survived, how do you feel about that?
It kind of, wait a minute, how can I put this? I don't want to say that it was like all planned, but then again, I feel like it is, bro.
It's
know what
money.
I'm saying?
It's a money system.
Money thing, and like, look at, man, look how it is to this day, bro. Like, it's like we're set up to lose, bro. And I'm seeing that now as I came home after doing all the other time. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that.
It's a $1 billion corporation, right?
Yeah, money talks. You know how that goes. But it's like, man, it's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And then the main thing to me is that I wasn't smart enough to realize, at that age. But I mean, it is what it is. I was young. I didn't know. But I wish I would have known to see what was, forthcoming. I remember I'm just in juvenile, right? I mean, I'm just in youth authority right now. I haven't got to the joint yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're in a state of mind just trying to survive.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I am. But at the same time, like, I didn't give a flying fuck. I didn't.
You're with the business. You're with the program. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm a Southsider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're going to know my name.
Exactly.
You're going to know the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Living for the day type shit, right?
Yeah. Fuck tomorrow. When it gets here, we'll deal with it.
We're here now.
So it's like, man, But, I'm not trying to glorify that pedo.
No.
And no way, But at the same time, I'm not ashamed of where I came from and the way I grew up. Hell no. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed of none of that.
What do you think? Do you think there are that are good? There's good things that came from you experiencing that at such a young age. Did you need to experience that?
And which one you mean, as far as like growing up as a kid?
Growing up in your environment, growing up in your neck of the woods, Venice, Oakwood, right? You know what I mean? Do you feel that made you a better man to this day, going through that? I
can't go out on a limb and say that. No, it didn't make me a better man.
You could have easily lived life without going through that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I could have, very easily.
Very easily.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
But sometimes we need to go through that. Some individuals need to go through that.
Yeah. And then later on, in hindsight, when you look back and see that, you might think to yourself, you know what, maybe I did need to go through that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So it's kind of like,
Exactly.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you finished the 6 years? Did you do the whole 6 years?
I didn't do. They give you that much time, but you don't have to do the whole 6 years.
Okay.
So good time, work time. I ended up doing 4, and then you get out and they put you on that damn YA parole.
Okay.
Then I went back and did a couple violations because when I got out, you know, you got a little size now. You know, you did your push-ups, you got a little back arm. You know, you think you give to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming out here, you know, getting your groove on, and then you're back in that element.
So let's talk about that. I think that's interesting. Let's talk about.
Trying to drag me to the mud.
No, I'm not going to drag you to the mud. I promise you that, OG. Never that. Too much respect for you, bro.
All right.
I remember the beginning days of getting out in my 20s and stuff like that out the penitentiary, man. When you get out, bro, you the talk of the town. You the toast of the town, man. It's a motherfucking party. Sleepy Joe is out. Droops is out. Loca's out. Lucky is out. You know what I mean? And you feeling like $1 million. You healthier than everybody else. You know what I mean? You the homies are smoked out, bro. And you looking down on them, homie.
Got your little slingshot
Got your slingshot on. You always know when the homie got out. You like, that motherfucker just got out. You know when the motherfucker's on parole.
Look at his back arms on.
Yeah,
Cold
motherfucker
outside, he got
kicking
a
like a
slingshot
motherfucking
on.
7-meter racehorse, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know. And so, but let's talk about that. So, what year did you get out?
I got it in 1980. I got it in 1981. No, I take that back. 82.
82.
82.
Okay, so you get out in 82. And what is life like in 82 back in them days? I'm interested in
It was
that.
on and popping, boy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
what's
saying?
on and popping?
Man, all that, you know, all the good music and all that, you know what I'm saying? It was on.
Backyard boogies.
Yeah, all that, you know? So,
If you can paint a picture for someone that's that's younger or doesn't know the life, like you get out on YA parole, man. You survive Fred Nellis. You the big dog. You fucking yoked up. You feeling good about yourself. You know what I mean? And you get out. What is the environment that you're walking into, and how are you greeted?
at that time, gangbanging was to its fullest.
Okay.
In the 80s, in my time. So it's like it was to the fullest. So I'm already knowing that. You know what I mean? I'm already knowing that. So I touched down. I try to go to school. I try to go to high school. You know, I'm still underage. You know, I'm trying to go to high school. They didn't want me there. They said, no, you're on parole. You're a gang member. We don't want you here. No, you don't have no place in here. All right. So they said, we could send you to, what do they call those? Continuation school. Send me to the back where the girls are already pregnant. Trabajando, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I like this. You know what I mean?
Ramona High School.
You know what I mean? They sent me there, and they didn't want me either, bro. They didn't want me either. I was like, damn. You know, I did want to kick it there, but they didn't want me. So they sent me back to the neighborhood, and we all, you know how everybody has like a, what's it called, like a skill center, where they're gonna teach you a trade, or a trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I land there, and I start taking up auto body and upholstery at Venice Skill Center.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but all they did was just put me right back in my neighborhood with all the knuckleheads I grew up with, you know, as a kid.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same thing as I am. They just got out of juvenile and YA, and they're landing there too. So they just put me with all the homies.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's where it really all began.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's taking a dent out of a motherfucking bumper.
Hell no. No, I ain't gonna lie. I did. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. I think I'm pretty good at that.
Okay.
You know, they don't use Bondo no more, but you know. And
They had,
them days I was,
they had the bumper jacks back then, right?
Yeah.
Old school bumper jacks.
Remember, you get out the car and pull out the bumper jack. Can't even carry that damn thing.
Yeah, man. Heavy than a motherfucker.
Said from bad to worse.
Yeah, you know, so that's where I ended up at, bro. I ended up there, and that's when I running around the neighborhood, and I started using drugs a lot.
What drugs were you using?
PCP.
I love PCP.
Yeah, me too.
I used to love
Puro
PCP.
Chicano power. That's what we used to say. That's what we used to say. That's what we used to say. I literally used to run around my neighborhood with a little igloo, you know, the little igloo things you carry.
Yeah.
And then I would get a mayonnaise jar, and I'd put dimes of dust. Remember that cucuy dust? Remember that cucuy?
Yeah, I remember that.
And we would put it in there and put that dried ice, and I'd run around my neighborhood and selling that shit.
Portable, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I started doing that a lot. You know?
But
And that's it just, man. And then once that happened, bro, now that's a whole change of everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I wasn't getting high when I was a youngster, but that was just like to do it. You know, I was just doing it. I didn't really give a fuck if I got high or not. I was just doing it to be like, I'm with this guy and we're partying, whatever. I'm just here to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Going with
then going with the flow.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting introduced to what it is, what it really, really is. You know, women and what goes along with it and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So, ooh, man, you know, as a kid, being in jail all that time, and, you know, I wanted all that.
Absolutely.
So time went on, and then that's when I started getting busted. I got my first little ranflan by my 71 Monte Carlo. cruising around getting DUIs, and that shit's still fucking with me till this day.
That 71 Monte Carlo.
Yes, I had like 6 DUIs. I just did 30 years, bro. I go to DMV, and they tell me I got to do DUI classes. I kid you not.
Wow.
I kid you not. I kid you not. I barely finished them on this. I barely finished that shit. It's crazy. They made me pay for that shit.
Back then, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't fill out that form in the penitentiary.
Yeah,
1851,
50 some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I did.
Supposed to
But,
clear it out, right?
yeah, but I didn't have no warrants because I did the time for it, but I didn't do the classes. So they're saying you have to. I go, but this is 30 years ago. How are you gonna? I did the time for it. I just got out doing 30 years. What do you mean?
Expunged.
Yeah,
They say driving is a
chale,
privilege, though.
Yeah, so they ended up making me do them classes, charged me $1,800
Oh man.
to do them classes, and I did it, and I finally got my license back. So that's a whole nother story.
Respect for that, though.
Gracias. I ain't gonna lie, I felt like I was the king when I finished that. Remember this? I was showing the little thing. I was at the little paper. I was like, yeah, I did that. I did that.
I made it.
Yeah, I did that.
Was back then in the 80s, man, the 80s, and then shout out to PCP. I mean, not shout out to PCP, but, I mean? Like, I got introduced in the early 90s by some girl named Cha-Cha. I'm not going to say where she's from, but she introduced me to Ghostbusters, you know what I mean? And it was the dust, and then they sprinkled the crack cocaine inside of it, dog, you know what I mean?
Shit.
And man,
P-Dog.
that shit.
A P-Dog.
That's not a P-Dog. No, it's called a...
Dipping it
Did they call it a
in
shamrock or something like that?
We called it a Ghostbuster, and I said I was introduced as a Ghostbuster. You know what I mean? But man, I used to fuck with the PCP, the Dippers. We hit State Street, all that good shit. But
Fick it.
yeah, bro. Come on, you know the spots, bro. I mean, the meccas to go. You know where to get the jugo. Anyways, but back then, was it real strong, like Chicano power back then?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There was a lot of that going on. But, remember, I'm from the West Side. So we got different races over there. East LA, you know how East LA is. You know, you got nothing but raza out there.
Yeah.
And in them days, we had, we got the Africanos out there. And at that time, things were happening where we were going at it with them. So we ended up getting into our own little wars with them people in my neighborhood.
And I don't know if it's okay for me to say, but we're talking about like Shoreline Crips?
Yes, sir.
And they go back. How far back to Shoreline
They've
Crips?
been there ever since I've been there.
Okay. Yeah.
and at that time, my neighborhood was called Ghost Town. That's Venice, but that certain area where I told you, Oakwood area, it was called Ghost Town.
And why do they call it Ghost Town?
Because you just don't go through there at any time. You know what I'm saying? You just don't go through.
So you're going to turn to a ghost?
Yeah.
Ghost.
That's just how it was, bro, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you say that, hey, all right, there's a difference between the West Side and the East Side, so there was just different dynamics because it was just
culture.
It was
culture.
It was culture,
culture was different.
and the culture was different, so there was a lot of racial tension.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So at that time it was really bad over there. It was really bad. You couldn't even go to school. They had the streets closed and everything, bro. You couldn't even go to school, and it was pretty bad, bro. I lost a lot of good homies to that. People going to prison that are still in prison to this day. I seen a couple of my homies when I did the 30 years that were still in there from that.
Damn.
Yeah. And just a few, but it's messed up to say that, because you're so young at that time, and you really don't know, bro. You didn't know what the hell you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like in the joint now they tell you, oh, you're not you don't really know what you're doing until you're 25 or your brain or what do they say?
Fully developed.
Fully developed.
25 years old, correct.
That's real talk, bro. That's real talk. You think you know. You think you know, but no, you don't know, brother. You don't. That's, I could stand right here and tell you that firsthand. You don't know, so.
I felt like I didn't start maturing until like my 30s.
Really?
Yeah. I mean.
You got kids?
A lot.
A couple possibles? No, I just
100% a few possibles, bro. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped going to Toys R Us, bro, because I didn't want to bump into any possibles.
He's a fool.
Dumb joke. Sorry about that. And so 80s, man. You get out from YA, and you got that 71 Monte Carlo. big dog. You doing your thing. You walking on the moon off that PCP. You know what I mean? You know, you started doing a couple violations that sent you back to YA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did two violations.
2 violations.
Yeah. Went back to YTS, Youth Training School.
Youth training school. And do they actually
YTS.
train you something? Why is it called youth training school?
Because you're a young, tough sureño.
Okay.
Nah, I just think. No, but that's what the homies used to say. No, I went to YTS. Because at that time, it depended how old you were, and it determined how much time you're going to do. Because either you're a juvenile commitment, they send you as a juvenile, they could only keep you till you're 21. If you're an adult commitment, you can keep you till you're 25.
Okay.
So there was guys older than us that were already there doing time.
Yeah.
You know, so if they messed up, they just send you across the street to Chino prison.
Yeah.
And that's how that was in them days.
Okay.
But I was a juvenile commitment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it kind of unfair sometimes if you're a juvenile and you're in there with some 25-year-olds?
I mean,
Them dudes, I mean, like, come on. I'm like, damn, fucking grown, man.
no,
You know what I mean?
not really, because we liked it that because, you know, the OGs putting us up on game. You know what I'm saying? They're, you know.
They're considered the OGs.
Yeah, OGs. You know, they're already 25 and we're, you know, youth authority. Like, come on, you know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be in the joint. You ain't supposed to be over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we looked up to them, you know. So that's how we got all our clash. We got our schooling from them.
Yeah.
You know.
If you can say, like, what is one of the greatest things or advice that say, what you would consider an OG back then that would give you, like, what is some good advice that you can still remember to this day that you were given as a juvenile?
Man, I have to think about that one because it depends, like, as far as, like, in a good sense and, like, something positive or negative.
You know, brother, we're talking about YA, so there's not too much positive, right? Like, positive, negative is positive to us then, right?
Wait a minute, no,
Okay.
not really.
All right, well, correct me.
There could be some positive stuff in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, about when you get out, what to do, you know, like the righteous thing to do when you get out.
And did you get some of that?
I did, but it went in one ear and went out the other.
Okay, so let's talk about the negative stuff then,
Okay.
that helped you maybe survive or something that was good klecha.
Yeah, okay. The main thing that, let's see, I don't want to say no names or nothing, but
No.
I had a camarada that pulled me to the side and was like, look, Sleeps, I know the way you are. You know, I know the way you are, and, you know, you're a solid fool, but, you know, you like to, like, you like to prove yourself, and you don't have to do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I used to always, like, try to do that. You know, I wanted to prove myself. And no one's even telling me. I just would see it and think that, okay, if I do that, they're going to look at me in this way. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I'm talking about my hand thing. You know, wherever I'm doing time at that prison or juvenile or wherever I'm at, YA or wherever. So I think that was one of the things, and I stepped back and realized that. You know, I'm like, wait a minute, yeah. Because no one ever tells me nothing anyway. You know, I'll go whack this fool wherever, and then it's just like another day. Hey, you want a lunch, or that's it. Want an extra lunch? You know what I mean? You know, I didn't get nothing for it, you know what I'm saying? And then I finally caught on, like, yeah, motherfuckers don't give a fuck. You know, they don't care what you did or not. At the moment, yeah, go handle that, homie, go handle that. You know, but you do what you got to do. You know, so then that got me thinking like that. Now I'm doing my time thinking like that. And you know what I mean by that? And what I mean by that is that now I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Now I'm thinking in my mind, that's the way you live in prison.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yes, sir.
Now it's stuck in my mental. That's the way you do time. You know, strike first, and, you know, as long as you stay up on top, that's all that matters.
Strike first, ask questions last.
Exactly. Or don't ask no questions.
Don't ask no questions, yeah.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Yeah. End up in the hole, and when am I getting out? That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's the art of a YA, baby.
Exactly.
Because I never went to YA. I went through, you know, juvenile halls, whatever. You know what I mean? Petty shit, bro. You know what I mean? But in the penitentiary, I was in the penitentiary 18 years old, you know what I mean? And we knew there was a stigma, or there was let me get my words right, but there was individuals that were called YA babies. That's a YA baby right there. Yeah. You know when that's a YA baby. Yeah. YA babies, bro.
We don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we just start chunking them.
First ones to raise their hand.
Yeah.
First ones on everything.
Exactly.
YA babies.
Yep.
That's the art of a YA baby.
Exactly.
That'd be a good book to write.
You know what? Yeah.
The art of a YA
Holler at me
baby.
later. Maybe we could put it together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so you do your thing in YA, and you get out after a couple violations. And how old are we now? And mind you, hold on a second. Let me digress real quick. Is mom with you this entire time?
Yes. Mom's was there. She was there, and she's already getting older, and she was there. Pops,
Did she have you older? Because you're saying she's getting older and you're a juvenile.
yeah, she did. Yeah, she did a little bit, not too much, but she was a little bit older. She died young though. She did die young to me. She died young.
My condolences.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that. Did she die while you were doing the 30
no,
years?
No, she didn't. She didn't.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe we can get.
Okay, yeah, I'll get into that. So at that time when I was in youth authority, Moms was there and she had already broke up with Pops. She got tired of his shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the joint too. He did a few years, got out, and Moms told him, I'll be there for you, I'll run for you, do your thing, but that's it with slinging the dope. I don't want you slinging no more dope. I don't want your dope money. I don't want none of that shit. Either you're gonna work and get right or get lost, straight up.
Yeah.
And Pops tried, he tried, and I guess he was just used to the fast money, He couldn't really he couldn't do it for the love of my mom. He should have, but he didn't. And he went back to slinging dope. So Mom said, let's do it. Packed up her shit and bounced. Yeah. But before she bounced, remember me, I'm still right there in YA. She can't leave her baby. I'm the baby of the family. So she tells me, Mio, me and your dad are not together no more, but I'm here for you no matter what. But I'm gonna give you an ultimatum. When you get out this time, you're gonna get a job, and I'll stay down here, stay here in LA with you. We'll get us an apartment, the apartment that we had already. And I'll stay here with you and, get you a job and, do your thing. Become a man, fool. Get right. I said, all right, Mom. But, I got out, and I messed up again, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I messed up again. I was only out like 15 days. And I caught a dirty test for PCP. And they took me back to a youth authority. And then Mom said, I told you, I gave you a chance. After that, she bumped out to Idaho, a whole other state.
She needed to get away from it all.
She's been through a lot, because I got 3 brothers and a sister, so she went through all that stuff with them, and I was the last in the house.
You were the last in the house.
Yeah. So she wasn't putting up with that shit no more by that time.
She had enough.
Yeah.
She ran out of gas in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it was enough is enough.
Yeah.
And were you considered, since you're the baby, might consider the favorite of hers?
She used to say that. I ain't gonna lie, Mom used to say that. Leave my baby alone, like she'll grab me and stuff, But yeah, I would say I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I want to think so.
Is that a good feeling?
Hell yeah, that should make me feel good right now.
That's right.
Yeah. Rest in peace to your moms. 100%. My condolences. And so, did you look at your father as a superhero? How did you look at him back then? Like, how was he? How did you see him? Did you want to be like him?
I didn't really want to be like him, but I kind of, because he was slinging dope, right? He was already slinging dope. And I seen how he was living, and he had money all the time and stuff. But at that time, when he was doing all that, I was gangbanging. So I wanted him to accept me as a gangbanger. Like, I'm from a hood, and because my dad's from Mexico. He was, he's born in Mexico.
Yeah.
But he was raised over here though. He's from Sonora. So he kind of he didn't get that. He didn't get the gangbanging. He's been to the joint, don't take me wrong, but he still didn't get it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He still didn't get that why we do the things we do, And I wanted him to, so I would be out there trying to help him because Moms had already kicked him out the pad. He's staying in a Volkswagen and the long Volkswagen.
Yeah.
He would be staying in them, And,
like a VW bus?
Yeah, bus, that's right. Yeah, a green one. And, so I would go help Pops, I would go and see him. What's up, Pops, what's up? You need some fatty on? And I would go steal stuff and help him out.
Yeah.
He needed some gas, but he would return the favor later on. He'll see me down in the neighborhood. Hey, man, what you doing? You need some money? I thought.
Yeah.
And then I really thought in my mind that was cool.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, bro. That wasn't cool. Now that I know now.
Yeah.
All he was doing was just feeding the beast. You know what I'm saying? In reality, he should have been getting on my ass and like, hey, fool, get a job. Like, you're gonna end up like me, sleeping in my goddamn van. You know, it's what he should have been telling me.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. You know, but I didn't know that till later. I didn't know that till later. At the time, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, to keep it real.
100%. And so, mom's cuts you off. She moves to Idaho. I mean, how old were you after the last time finishing your YA violation?
21.
21.
I walked out the day of my birthday, 21. That's how it is in youth authority. If you're a juvenile commitment, you walk out when you turn 21. If you're an adult commitment, it could either be when you're 23 or 25, but you're gonna walk out on your birthday.
Why is your birthday? Why is it your birthday?
Because that's how they sentence you to
Okay.
either a juvenile commitment, adult commitment.
Okay.
But the only reason why they have a 23, you know what? To this day, I don't know why they're 23, but it was. I don't know. They could keep you longer. You know what I'm saying? So the 23, just I don't know. They would just keep you to your 23. I guess if you did another crime while you're in there, you know, they could keep you to your 23. But more than likely, you're gonna stay to your 25.
Okay. So you got out at what age again?
I was 21.
21.
I X'd out. I X'd out.
On your birthday, what are you doing from there? And what's going through your mind?
Man,
Do you remember?
yeah. Vividly.
Vividly.
Yeah.
And do you remember vividly because it's traumatic times in your life?
No.
No. It's just it's a big chapter in your life.
Yeah. And I would say, because at that time, you know, you're still young. I'm 21. Man, you in your prime, bro. You
Prime
know?
time, baby. You
You
can buy
know?
alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I ain't been to a nightclub yet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right?
I get to go to Mr. J's and all that pedo that was going on in Monte, all that pedo, you know, the fantasy and all that shit.
The hop.
Yeah, the hop, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, all that pedo's in my mente, and I'm thinking, oh, man, you know. And otra vez, you know, here I go, doing that stupid stuff. And, yeah, what happened? How long did I stay out after that? I'm trying to remember that part. Yeah, I was only out like a good, maybe year or two. A
Year or two. But you were able to experience all the clubs. And
I
everything.
did.
And what would you rate your moves on the shag rug, bro? Cutting up the rug. You know what I mean? Did you have good moves?
Come on, homie. You know, at that time, everybody's still doing the airplane. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
He just did it.
You know what I mean? You know, I still do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, yeah, it was cool. Bro. It was cool.
said the
You know, that's what I call it. You know? That's what I call it.
I like
You ever see that pedo on the Instagram when they have that? They show people dancing at the La Mirada Swami.
Yeah.
I'd be tripping on it.
Yeah.
Let me get that move right there. You know? Nah, I just
Shit, you invented that move, bro. I mean, you one of the originators, right? Back in the day, baby. So, but you were able to experience some things, though.
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
did.
And you said you stayed out for how long?
About almost 2 years.
Did you have any intent? And I think a lot of us have intent to do good getting out, but at 21 years old, I mean, like you said, it's prime time, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did you think that, hey, man, next step is the penitentiary?
Yeah, because I was told that the whole time I was in youth authority. You know, from the counselors and all that. Oh, you're gonna be in the joint, and they knew too, bro. They really did know. I mean, they really couldn't have known, but like, they seen how the normal Chicano growing up at that time is gonna end up the way you're thinking. So it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's fucked up is that you start believing that. You know what I mean? And that's not cool. That's not cool.
No, it's not.
You know.
And so back to my question, did you have any intent? I mean, did you try to do good? Did you? What was the plan? Did you have a plan or anything? Type of like, maybe I'll get a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe a little fun little.
What did I think I did get a job. I did get a job. I got a job when I got out, and I didn't want to do good, but it just went out the window, bro. Because at that time, 21 years old, there was so much shit going on. Like, you know what I mean? That was just like, I was just trying to live day by day, bro.
I mean, it's a job being a gangster, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a full-time job by itself.
Exactly. People don't know that, bro. People don't know. They think it's just, you're out there in the hood and all that, but it's just like, I don't know. It just went, it wouldn't register in my mente. And I think back now that I'm older, way older, you know what I'm saying? That like, man, why didn't I, man? Like, fuck. Because like, I'm older now, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm real older, and there's not a day that goes by when I wake up in the morning and I be like, fuck, man, the fuck did I do? Because I know I don't got that much time here on this earth, Really, in reality, you know, I think that a lot. You know, it's a trip, man.
Sounds like you have a lot of regret.
I do. I really do. And it's, I mean, I can't say as far as like because of who I was. I just regret not making the right choices.
Yeah.
You know, instead of turning left when I, you know, should have turned right. Feel me? On those situations, because that's what dictates everything that happens in your life. You know, you make the wrong choice, and it got, you know, it's got consequences, bro. Everything got consequences, you know. Right? Every action got a reaction.
100%.
Right? So I didn't understand that, bro.
But everybody deals with consequences differently. There can be one person that gets their first DUI, and you know what I mean, and they won't ever drink and drive again.
You're right.
And there's another person that will get that DUI, and for a week he'll be like, "Fuck that shit," but 2 weeks later, bro, he back on his motherfucking
Back on
shit.
the sauce, yeah.
You know what I mean? Drinking and driving. I mean, I am the definition of that. And I think a lot of us are. You know what I mean? Just fucking knuckleheads, bro. You know what I mean? Just call it what you want. It is everything that you want to call it.
But then sometime or other, you finally figured it out, right? But I wish I could have figured it out then.
But by the grace of God, because we're talking about figuring it out many moons later, you know, and there's a lot of individuals that were never given that chance to figure it out.
That's true. That's real true.
They fucked up one time and it was a wrap.
A wrap. Either that or got killed.
That's what I'm talking about. That too. You know what I mean? Like that.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
And sometimes I think about that. I think about that. Like,
I
and
do
I'm,
too. I do too.
And like, well, why me? And this homie right here just got in the hood. He jumped in the car one night, and bam, R.I.P. Respectfully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Condolences to the family.
Yeah.
Across the board, every single neighborhood I'm talking about, condolences to the family.
Yeah.
And so what sometimes we think about, like, well, do you ever think about why you? Why were you given the blessing to still be here to this day?
Oh man, I thought that a lot of times, bro. Not only because of the lifestyle, but I've actually been with people where they got shot at and they got killed and I didn't. I say 3 different times where I should have got smoked and I didn't. And to this day, I don't know how the hell that bullet didn't hit me. You know what I mean? And that's just that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I wish I had the answer to that.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm still here. I'm still pushing. I ain't gonna stop pushing.
I think the answer to that is what you're doing now in your current time.
In that sense, yeah.
Yeah, in your current time, which we're gonna get to. We're gonna get to that chapter in your life of the present time.
Okay.
You know, and so when did you go to? I mean, did you go to prison? Was your first time going to prison, the state prison, 30 years?
No, right after I got out of youth authority, I was out. Remember I said I was out like 2 years, year and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
I went to the joint. And then, but watch out. I really went to the joint when I was in youth authority. Because when I was in youth authority, I got into some problems right there, and I stabbed somebody. And then back in them days, they would either send you to Tracy or CRC as a juvenile commitment. You got a YA number, but they send you to the joint.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and you cannot answer the question, and I apologize if it's out of line. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna ask you a question. The first time you stabbed somebody in youth authority, you know what I mean? I don't know if it was multiple times or anything like that, but what was the feeling? Because you brought it up, you know what I mean? What was the feeling that went through your head stabbing somebody for the first time?
Well, it was another race at the time, so you know, in them days when you're like that in juvenile facilities and you're a youngster, it's just part of the program, bro. Anything you can grab or do what you got to do is because you know you got to do it, bro. So you don't really, it doesn't really bother you. It's just like you got to do what you got to do, bro, and you're gonna do it again and again until you die or whatever. That's how you really think in there. Juvenile, YA, bro. People don't really know, man. That that's where you learn your game, man, bro. I'm serious. That place is like, as a kid, because you know you're easily persuaded to do this and that because you're still a kid. Someone could, you know, tell you this and tell you that, and you're gonna suck it up, you know, because you're just a kid, bro. You know, and then you're trying to prove to the homies and all that belly, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, it's fucked up, bro. But that's how it is. It really is.
18 years in the penitentiary. Back to me, real quick. I knew that YA babies were dangerous. I knew they were dangerous dudes, and I respected them. I had a lot of homies. I got along with a lot of YA babies. Why? Because they're knuckleheads. I'm a knucklehead. You know what I mean? And at the same time, like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm trying to prove myself, and I'm trying to keep up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep up, bro. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You know what I mean? And if you a dog, if you a big dog in the game, well, I want to be a bigger dog. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I always knew that YA babies, they dangerous dudes. You know what I mean? And that was at 18 years old going into the penitentiary. But so I 100% understand and I respect what you're saying, you know what I mean? And what you went through and what you endured and what you survived, because at the end of the day, it's just survival, right?
Yeah, it's just survival.
You're just trying to survive.
Yeah. And I was fortunate enough to have a couple homies that had already been there to put me under the wing and run these things down to me. You know what I'm saying? But remember, that's at that time. I'm not saying that now. That was at that time.
Which is a whole different. It's a whole different caliber of person that's putting you up on game.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. I know 100% what you're saying, respectfully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To these men and everyone else that we're talking to in this conversation. So the first time you went to the penitentiary, what did you go to the penitentiary for?
Armed robbery.
Armed robbery.
Yeah.
Were you a stick-up kid?
Yes, but at that time, let's see, I graduated from PCP to cocaine and heroin.
What happens to one person when they mix cocaine and heroin together?
A Belushi?
A Belushi, yeah, I've heard of him.
Nah.
Yeah.
I got into that. You know, I was running around with the older crowd, started doing that. And I remember doing my first shot. And it was when Sugar Ray Leonard fought Roberto Duran.
Wow.
Watch out, chip out.
Roberto Duran, baby.
Yeah.
What do they call him?
fought.
The hands of
Stone hands of
Stone
Duran.
hands, brother.
Stone hands of Duran.
Yeah.
And they fought, and I did my first shot ever from my older homegirls. And all she was doing was just, you know, she gave me some, watered my shit down probably, and did it all and gave me a little bit. And I did some, boom. And I thought it was cool, bro. It did get me high, I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling good. And then I was leaving, I left, and I'm going down the street, and the cops pulled me over. And they started checking my arms for marks. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the first time I ever did this shit. They're looking at my arms.
Yeah.
You know? So they tell me, where you going? Where you going? Where you going right now? And I remember the fight was on. And real quick, I came like, oh, I'm gonna go watch the fight. They go, that fight's been over like about an hour ago. Who won? They asked me, who won? You know? And I'm like, of course I'm gonna say Duran, you know?
Yeah.
And I said, Duran, nah, miss me with that shit, you know? But we're gonna let you go. They didn't find no march on me or nothing. But we're gonna let you go. Get the hell off the streets, bro. Ain't nobody out here right now but you. You're the only dumb motherfucker out here. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And I bounced. It was crash. And they let me go. Just get the fuck off the streets. That's what they told me.
And I would say back then that was a good police officer. That was cutting you slack to get you out instead of, because back then they were known to be a little rough, bro. Right?
Yeah, they used to whip your ass and all that. They even used to make us do push-ups. You could do 50 push-ups, we'll let you go. Serious, they would do shit like that, yeah. You got dope on you or whatever, do 50 push-ups and you can do it, you can go. Now we're gonna take you to jail. Serious, there was cops like that.
Shout out to them, bro.
Yeah.
I would have done 51, 52, 53, you know what I mean? I'd have given them a couple extra.
Not if y'all shermed out though.
That's the trick. That's the trick.
You know?
That's the trick. Yeah, that's the trick.
Take you to the wrong hood, all that shit, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
And then at that time, bro, that's when my whole life changed. You know what I'm saying?
So, and how did it change?
Come on now, brother.
Yeah. I mean,
Man. Because now I'm not living for me, I'm living for the fucking dope.
yeah.
I'm living for the dope now. So everything changes. Everything changes. And at that time, my pops was slinging heroin. And my grandma and my uncles.
Your grandma was slinging it too?
Well, she would bring it.
Okay.
From Mexico.
She was okay.
She would bring it from Mexico and they would have it at the pad and my uncles would do their thing and whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They would give it to you?
No, not really. I would just use my dad's name just by, you know, I go, hey, tia, what's up? You know, I'm right here for my dad. Hey, tia, can I get a couple of them cucharas real quick? Like, you know, who, your dad sent you? I go, no, not really, but, you know, come on, tia, you know, here, get out of here. And she give me a couple of spoons. Then I bounce.
I was introduced. You know, we have a two-way conversation about this sometimes, and sometimes I'll share my experiences. But I've done heroin before, and I said, "Whoa, this is something I can easily fall in love with." But you know what I mean? I'm a wacky, twacky type of guy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I like to be up. You know what I mean? So I chose my drug of choice. You know, back then it was the biker dope. You know what I mean? The methamphetamine. You know what I mean? They called it the bathtub dope, the peanut butter.
I got a story for
pink
that
champagne, the white rock. You know what I mean?
I got a hell of a story.
Lemon drop.
Lemon drop. That shit will blow your motherfucking mind. You feel your motherfucking
Hair stand on end.
hair standing up the neck. You don't got no hair.
Skin bald.
Yeah, you ain't got no hair in the
wires.
back of your neck. I'm younger than a
You
motherfucker.
can hear the telephone wires.
Yeah, bro. I was like, whoa, game time, baby. Let's go. You know what I mean? I'm up to everything. I'm back to the full-time job in the neighborhood, right? You know what I mean? Patrolling, having a great time, slaying bitches, fucking, stealing, robbing. I think those are both the same thing. Bro, too much motherfucking fun. Shooting guns at walls. Just fucking seeing ghosts. I got him. Pop, 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 pop. We were fucking bugged the fuck out, having a great time. Then we mix it with PCP and all that good shit. But heroin, man. Whoa. I said, I like it. But I feel like I'm hanging on my toes on this shit. I mean, but everybody had their poison. Everybody had their poison. There were some homies that were on their toes on that shit. You know what I mean? True. And instead of putting them down, like it put me down, but other homies that fuck with it, it'd wake them up. They be cleaning. You know what I mean? Like, what, bro? What the fuck? I'm over here fucking galled the fuck back, bro. They cleaning. Anyways, that drug right there is one hell of a drug, man. Right? Would you say so?
Yep.
And so here you are. You're no longer living for yourself. You're living for, would it be safe to say, the next high? To keep yourself right? Keep your head right?
At first, no, because I had it. It was plentiful.
Okay.
And then at that time, I hooked up with my pops, and so it was there. It was plentiful for me. And then I caught myself, like, I had it all the time. I was doing it anytime I wanted to. And that was my job also, because I would drop it off for pops.
Okay.
And he'll break me off my issue, right? And my money. And so that was my job and my, that was my job and my get high all in one. And I had it, easily. So it's like, man, that's what I think really hindered me a lot. Because, man, and as you said right now, you know how that high is, bro. And it's like, there ain't no other high like that. You forget all your troubles. You know what I mean? You could think that, she got you thinking you're invincible. You could line straight in motherfuckers' eyes and you think they don't know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
But that's the way it is, man.
Okay.
I'm not proud of it, but,
So
it got me. It got me.
It got you. Got you by the nuts.
Yeah.
I've been down that road too, having substance having me by the nuts for a lot of years. Yeah. And so you went to the penitentiary for a robbery, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, a robbery.
Armed robbery. Yeah.
Armed robbery.
Armed robbery I didn't even do.
It happens sometimes?
I didn't even do it.
Yeah. For everything else you did do but didn't get busted for, right? It happens like that sometimes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But was it a hard time? I mean, how much time did they give you for that?
They just gave me 2 years for the first one. 2 years.
Not bad, bro.
I did like 18 months, something like that.
Little baby vacation, violation, right? Get healthy again, get your push-ups up.
The back arm out,
Get that, get that Clydesdale back arm back out.
Yeah.
Or did you continue it while you were in the penitentiary?
At that, no. I ain't gonna lie. I did do it, but it wasn't as plentiful. And at that time, that's my first time to the joint.
Yeah.
So I was more into it was my first time to the joint, getting buff, working out.
Was it exciting?
Well, as far as what?
Going to the penitentiary the first time.
Of course. You've been waiting for that all your life since you came from youth authority.
It's a part of the program, right?
You don't graduate it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
But so I get there and I chased a little bit, but then it was like, nah. And I got lucky because it was my first time to the joint. So I went to a lower level prison. I never remember. This is my first time though. So I went to a lower level prison. I think it was one of those what do you call it? Correctional facilities.
CCF?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to one of those.
I've been one of those, and I ended up in a riot. Ended up in a 3-yard. Ended up in the hole in Delano.
Me too.
Yeah.
I went to Baker.
Okay.
Baker.
I went to Adelanto one time on a pro violation.
Yeah. They got
At this time, they still had weights and
yeah,
tobacco and
yeah,
all that
shit.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
It was at the prime when
Yeah.
everything was good still.
Yeah. So I went there, and then, like I said, I wasn't really. And then I had a camarada right there, my boy, homie. Rest in peace now, Shady from Venice. I'm pretty sure a lot of it. I didn't mention that name right now.
Shady's Marcelli.
Okay, then you know what I'm talking about. That's my boy, and everybody knows that fool. And he was there with me, so I love that fool, man. That's my boy, So he kept me in check. You know what I'm saying? He did. Cause we grew up since little kids, you know what I'm saying? Playing baseball, little kids and all that. So I would look up to him, And that's why I really didn't go full force into it. I still did. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't do it. I was still doing it, but I wasn't. It didn't matter if I did it. You get what I'm saying? It didn't matter. I wasn't sick or I was into working out. I was pretty healthy. I'm pretty sure you seen one of my pictures right there when I had a little hood on. You know?
Yeah, you on swole, bro.
Yeah. So.
Like, who is this masked man right here? Who is this hood superhero right here?
So yeah, but it was till after that when I got out. That's when valió verga.
And let's get into that. Let's pay some bills right here. Let's take a quick break. We're going to be right back with Sleepy Joe Venice. Let's go. Let's pay. Shockaware is more than streetwear. It's culture, lifestyle of individuality, and self-expression through clothes. I want you to go to shockaware.com, use Hoodstocks15, get yourself 15% off, and follow them on Instagram at Shaka_wear. And as you can see, baby, from head to toe, your boy got Shockaware on. Tap in, support the ones that are supporting Hoodstocks. Let's go. Looking for some good quality cannabis? I mean, killer quality cannabis. Hit up the folks at Killakush. They specialize in bringing the best quality from OG to exotic. They
got it all, baby.
I want you to follow them on Instagram at killakush.official, at killakush.official, or hit them up at Drip Fits Apparel in the city of Whittier for the latest Killakush merch drops, located at 13800 Leffingwell Road in the city of Whittier. Check it out. Killakush is our #1 sponsor, man. They go to bat for us through thick, through thin, up, down, one of our oldest sponsors. Please, if you need that medicine, go to Killakush, my dogs. Please, go to Killakush. Support the ones that are supporting us. Killakush, baby, let's go. You want to slim down? You're tired of being a little bit overweight? You're tired of the cankles? You're tired of walking on your ankles? I want you to tap in with my boy Ozempic Vince. His phone number is 714-269-1900. 714-269-1900. And you can also visit his website at LAPeptides.com. LAPeptides.com. Use promo code Hoodstocks. Get yourself 20% off. Got all the peptides, baby. Tap in with my boy Ozempic Vince. Calling all bakers and chefs. Upgrade your kitchen with Origin Bakery and Restaurant Equipment. Top quality ovens, mixers, and more at unbeatable prices. Perfect for your next culinary creation. Visit Origin today at 10441 Rush Street in the city of South Omani. Once again, that is 10441 Rush Street, South Omani. Or check them out online, Origin Bakery Equipment. Their phone number, matter of fact, just reach out to him right now. Let me give you his direct phone number. That's 626-579-3580. And follow them on Instagram at Origin Bakery Equipment LLC. Thank you, baby. Hoodstocks is also sponsored by Royalty Honey Packs for when you need to go from I'm tired to
I'm him.
Thank you, Pepita. It's that easy. Slide through to royalhoneydeal.com and thank us later. Use promo code LUCKY for 25% off. You get 25% off when you use promo code LUCKY. And also follow me on Instagram at Royalty Honey USA, baby. Let's go. You want to get out that apartment? You ready to buy yourself a crib? You're tired of giving your money to that bum-ass landlord, that slumlord? Check it out. When you buy yourself a house, instead of giving the money to the slumlord, you're actually putting the money back in your pocket through the mortgage. A lot of people think that, man, I'm not in the position to buy a house. You never know, bro. And for free right now, you can call my boy Andrew. He helped me buy a crib, dog. Can you imagine that? This fool Lucky got a house. He owns a house. Yes, I do, dog. And this is the dude that helped me get the crib. His name is Andrew Quesada at Prime Equity Mortgage. Call him right now or text him right now at 626-825-6565. And you also can find him on Instagram or TikTok at andrewquesada.homeloans. Check it out, my dogs. This is free. You can text him. You can DM him right now. The phone number's right here. Reach out to the boy Andrew, man. That's my dog right there. He's an honest dude. You can trust him. He's taking care of all of Southern California. Tap with him. You best believe when you got a Hood Stocks podcast, when you got a Hood podcast and it's called Hood Stocks, you never know what can go wrong. So you best believe we got the best criminal defense attorney on retainer. His name is Doug Sherrod. And if you'd like to reach out to him, you can find him at KingKongLawyer.com. Casey?
KingKongLawyer.com.
Tap in, my dogs. The best in the West. He used to be a district attorney, bro, but he got tired of the unfair politics on that side of the fence, so now he's going to bat on this side. You had a bad weekend. Tap in once again, Casey.
KingKongLawyer.com.
Let's go. Check it out, my dogs. Pure Cut Sups is a new sponsor of Hood Stocks. And basically, it's the creatine. It's the get up and go, get your money. It's Latino owned, bro. It's the first Latino owned, get your motherfucking shit cracking in the jib supplement company. It's purecutsups.com. Check them out. Hey, their socials at Pure Cut Sups on Instagram. And welcome to the Pure Cut family. Hey, I'd like to give a shout out to Antonio and Ashley out of the Midwest in Des Moines, Iowa. The store is called Melrose Fashion. Melrose Fashion in Des Moines, Iowa. Midwest, stand the fuck up. Yeah, man. We got sponsors out of the Midwest, man. And shout out to you. Shout out to Antonio. Shout out to Ashley. Okay, check it out. They got all the West Coast streetwear from Shaka Wear, Ben Davis, Dickies, Levi's, 501, FB County, SDL, and so much more. This is the one-stop shop to get G'd up from the feet up, baby. You're going to go to a concert. You're going to take baby out. I mean, you're going to go to a wedding, man. You want to get creased up, G'd up, all that good shit, man. Hey, this is the spot to go to, man. And they also have a clothing line, Melrose Boulevard. If you're in the area, I want you to go to 3850 Murley Hay Road inside the Murley Hay Mall in Des Moines, Iowa. Shout out to Des Moines, Iowa, man. I love my homies out there. Check them out too. And peep game, if you're not in the Midwest, no worries, my dog. Wholesale, best prices in the game. I want you to go to melrose-fashion.square.site. Melrose-fashion.square.site. Once again, come on, let's say it together. Melrose-fashion.square.site. Thank you, Pepita. And also, too, I want you guys to follow my Instagram at Melrose_fashion_DMI. Let's go. Peep game, man. We have the best tattoo artist in the Southland, baby. Gangland, baby. Don't play with this shit, dog. This is my dog, Oscar, man. His work is simply amazing, in Casey's words. Simply amazing. Line work, portraits. The man is a beast at the black and gray, man. He's got that soft shading, baby. You know what I mean? He got that West Coast, that LA motherfucking bop. Don't play with this shit. I want you to hit up my boy. You tell him Hoodstock sent you. He gonna give you the deal of the century. Matter of fact, text him right now or call him 626-722-2898 or DM him right now on Instagram at
art_driven_Oscar.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you, my dog. Hoodstocks has got a special announcement. All right, for anyone that's struggling or knows someone that's struggling with any kind of mental health or any drug addiction, alcohol addiction, check it out, man. We just partnered up with Strive Forward Recovery, located in the San Fernando Valley. You can hit them up right now at 818-812-8455 for any questions you might have. They work with anyone in the entire U.S., from the East Coast to the West Coast. The doors are open for you. All races, all colors. But I'm going to tell you this is Latino owned. So if you're Latino, hey, Latinos taking care of Latinos. It's a beautiful home in the city of Studio City, nestled in a very upscaled neighborhood, swimming pool. They have all the programs. I just had a tour of the facility and it's absolutely amazing. If I have any loved ones or friends, I'm most definitely going to be sending them there. You can, if you don't want to call the phone number and you just want to hit them on the DM, you can do that too. And their Instagram is at Strive Forward Recovery. Let them know that Hoodstock sent you, man, and they're going to take care of you. Thank you. Hey, check it out, my dogs. You're tired of your girl looking ashy? Well, it's time to get her a nice set of lashes, man. And this is the homegirl Destiny right here. She works out of Covina and Pico Rivera. Check her out at Tattoo Lash, located inside Revision Body Art, specializing in all shapes, all sizes. You know what I mean? Get her right. If you ever see Loca's eyelashes, this is her girl right here. So we're giving you the straight plug. And when you say Hood Stocks, you're gonna get 20% off a new set of eyelashes. This girl is a G. She's been in the game since 2012. She knows what the fuck she's doing. Follow her on Instagram at Tattoo Lash, or give her a call right now and book your appointment. And that is 562-309-1674. Got broken, unused, old, or unwanted jewelry sitting around? Whether it's gold or silver, D. Leo, the jeweler, is buying now and paying top quality. Whether it's broken, whether it's scrap, chains, rings, watches, whatever you got, fast and free quotes. He's gonna give you top dollar, dog. Don't play with it. My boy D. Leo, the jeweler, is the only jeweler that I mess with, man. He does custom jewelry. He's got wholesale prices. The boy is the absolute plug. D. Leo, the jeweler. Follow him on Instagram. Once again, that's D. Leo, D-A, jeweler. Follow him on Instagram, or you can call or text him right now at 213-259-7646. Tap in with the big dog. What's up, my dogs? What's up? Appreciate everybody that's tapped in right now, man. Love and respect. You see our sponsors right there. Please pay mind to our sponsors, man. Shout out to all our sponsors, man. We are so blessed. In Hoodstock's history, Casey, go ahead and put the camera on me, sir. In Hoodstock's history, we have never had this many sponsors. You know what I mean? And so shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? And I want to give a special shout out to my lady. I love you, babe. You know what I mean? I love you so much. And just thank you for just your unconditional love and your support that you give me. And I want to pass it over to Droops and Loca to give their little shout outs. Maybe Loca wants to give her shout out to her man.
Danny Boy Media.
Oh, you got a man? What the fuck? You were.
I want to give a shout out to everyone who's been supporting me. Nayeli, her husband, the Katrinas, everybody that's been in this road with me. Today, I did a video with Be Real.
Shout out to Be Real.
What'd you guys do exactly?
We just did a video with those Coyotes, the new group, Los Coyotes.
Yeah.
So they're having a collaboration. Yeah.
Shout out to Coyotes too.
Shout out to them. A commercial that I'm doing for Four Locals. So I'm blessed, you guys, and I'm just enjoying this ride.
You are
Loca's
coming
working,
up, girl.
bro.
She's coming up, bro. She's
doing her
coming up.
shit.
Fuck, man.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of Loca, man. She inspires me, dude. And then let's Droops. What's up, baby?
Just chilling, bro. You know, had a good time yesterday. Went to the homie Villain's daughter's quinceañera. You know,
Did Bravo perform?
Bravo performed.
Sick.
It was cool, bro.
Shout out to Villain Lincoln Heights,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
You know, we had a good time. There was a bunch of homies there from different hoods, different fools I've been to jail with. Just
All love,
a bunch
huh?
of good homies, man.
Yeah.
And from everywhere, like, you know, LA, OC,
That's what's
you know,
up, bro.
East, West, you know, everywhere, bro. It was a good time.
Absolutely.
Ran into a lot of people that, you know, and a lot of people showing love to the podcast too, bro.
Absolutely, brother.
A lot of the homies were like, "Oh, what's up? Let me take a flick." Like, showing love.
Bro, you a superstar, bro.
Good times,
Easy,
though.
bro. You're a hood superstar, now you're a podcast superstar, bro. I mean,
know.
it's only right, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to try to balance it, bro. But you know.
Well, you know,
gotta do it.
you know, with me and with me and Rick is I'm always trying to think about it. Me and Rick, these are conversations that me and Rick have behind the scenes. I'm always trying to find a way to give Rick his best look. You know what I mean? And we were going to continue working. We're going to continue doing it, dog. But just people love Rick. They want to hear Rick. They want to see Rick. You know what I mean? And as they should. You know what I mean? Just like Loca. You know what I mean? Loca and her twins. You know what I mean? You know, we just you know, my job is to find a way to give my teammates, which are fucking superior teammates, Loca, Droops, Casey. You know what I mean? Dusty Vision. You know what I mean? And everyone else that we've had in the past, they've been good teammates, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about the team we have right here. My job is to find a way to give them the best look. You know what I mean? And we continue working, and we're going to continue doing what we're doing. So thank you guys. You know what I mean? And I'm glad you guys are blessed and doing your greatest. We back. Sleepy Joe, Venice, man.
Yeah. Wait up, let me put my earbuds.
Yeah, put your earbuds on. OG.
All right.
So you do the time for the armed robbery. I believe you said what, 18 months?
Yeah.
18 months.
Yeah, 2 years or 18 months, something like that.
Something like that. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah.
And you get out from them 18 months. Or did we want to talk about where you ended up during those 18 months? I mean, you said you were CCF. You ended up somewhere. I mean, that's okay. Let's skip that for sure. So you get out from the 18 months. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Now here we go. Sleepy Joe, Venice, superstar from the hood, baby. Get back out. You know what I mean? They got a parade for him. You know what I mean? On Venice Beach Boulevard. I mean, I don't know if there's. I mean, anyways. Yeah. I mean, bro, like you back out. You know what I mean? What are you doing there now? What are you doing with your life now at that point?
Now is when, at that time when I did that in 2 years. Now, just remember, it's my second time to the joint, but the first time to the joint, I went from youth authority. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, I think we skipped that part.
No, we talked about it, but we didn't.
We didn't elaborate
more on it. Yeah, we didn't elaborate more on it. But so when I went to the joint the first time, it was a awakening. And
why was it an awakening?
Because it's a whole different ballgame.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
we ain't playing them YA games.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you ain't calling nobody out, meet me halfway and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that was the difference. So now after I get out and I go to the joint, but now on a number, right? Now it's another ball game. You feel what I'm saying? Now I really know what it is, you know. How it really is.
What number did you have back then?
I had a D number.
A D number. Damn.
A D number. Right now I have I don't have it no more, but I had a H number.
Does a D stand for dinosaur? Just playing, my dog. That's an old number, bro.
I'll get you back.
100%. Anything, bro. You know what I mean? I'll take it, bro. I'm easy like that, bro. You know what I mean? Bro, I talk the most shit about myself on this podcast, bro. But I go home so much times my lady's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you stupid motherfucker? Talking about our personal life? You know what I mean? Our love life? No. Because one time I said I got a blowjob upside down doing a handstand, you know what I mean? Well, I wanted an experience getting a blowjob.
It was a helicopter.
How you know that?
Well, my lady came in the room and I had my head against the backboard and I was upside down, bro. You know what I mean? And I had a boner, dog. And I said, baby, get this shit right here. It's never happened before in the history of fucking my life. You know what I mean? And she's a team player, bro. She handled it, dog. You know what I mean? It was great, bro. But the problem was my balls hung down from the
the way.
No wonder.
What the fuck?
Free, look, some free.
TMI, love.
What's your info?
Grandpa balls. Anyways. So let me get back on track. I apologize, bro. I'm a silly motherfucker, bro, and I'm that's just my natural state, dog. But when I'm happy, I'm super silly, dog, and I'm happy right now that you're here with us, brother, and that Loca and Droops and everybody's just great, living the best life, man. We are in such a beautiful place in our lives, man, and it just makes me super happy to be super silly. Okay, where were we at?
When I went to the joint the first time and the second time.
The second time, okay.
But after I got out of youth authority, when I went to the joint that time, after I got out.
Sleeps, can you scoot up and talk in the mic, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
All right. That good?
That's good. That's beautiful. Thank you. You can put your phone on here, right here.
Oh, that's what that's for?
That's a phone case, brother. 2026, they make these things.
I never
right?
seen that.
Yeah, no, for sure. You didn't see mine on here because I was charging it, but I usually have mine like that too. Yeah, there we go. So you get out the second time, and how old are you at this time?
Early 20s.
You had a D number. That's where we're at.
Early 20s.
Okay. 20s. What are you doing now?
Now I get out the joint, and now, I've been out the joint for reals now.
Okay.
Not youth authority going to the joint, but
on parole.
On parole.
D number, not a YA number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I get out, and like I said before, it kind of like now that I think of it, like that kind of like it tells it like where I was at, it kind of like speaks for itself. Kind of now that I'm thinking about it, like your youth authority, the joint, it kind of gives you the mindset of where you were. I never really thought of it like that, so I'm tripping out. But anyhow, I get out the joint, I'm out there, and I'm thinking like a convict now. Well, I want to think like a convict. Get what I'm saying?
What is thinking
Feel
like
me?
a convict? A professional?
No, not so much professional, but
A seasoned
yeah,
seasoned
what I mean?
gangster?
Like you said earlier, a reg.
a reg.
You know what I mean?
You corrected
like
me on that,
like
yeah.
my homies that are out. You know, they've been in the joint, they got out, and I see how they are.
Yes, sir.
The change. You know what I'm saying? The way they are.
It's a different stilo.
Exactly.
And you remind me once again. I shout out to my boy Oscar, man. Oscar,
my boy right there.
our tattoo sponsor, man.
Yeah.
And so when we were at the tattoo shop the other day, and then you went to 7-Eleven to get your zooms and wham I said, damn, bro, this dude reminds me of the old school homies, bro. Like the females homies, bro. You know what I mean? Like your whole stilo, bro, is 100% convict, and I say that respectfully. But it's just it's what you've been through, bro.
Yeah.
It's what you've been through. Like you don't bump into a lot of homies. You could, but I think a lot of them are just they're tucked so deep away that they're not too accessible. You know what I mean? Like only their family members know him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like not a lot of them are going to do the podcast. You know what I mean? Because they just they staying out the way. You know, and I respect to them. You know what I mean? But you remind me of the homies when I first went in at 18 years old. The OGs, bro. You know what I mean? They were just like they were professionals. They were convicts. They were what you call a convict. Their whole stilo, their whole torica, everything, bro. Like they shit, they pitch, everything they do, bro. You be just like, bro.
Hey, you're talking about the homies when you barely get busted in the county and you walk into the 9500 and you see like 6 homies over there in the corner. All them little homies that are right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Those
Yeah.
are the rigs right there.
Yeah, 9500.
You know what I'm saying? 9500
And
sitting in the corner shooting the shit. Those are, you know.
I experienced 9500
You know what I'm
before it got shut down. When it was still like 9500 in the mid 90s.
You're that young?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 49.
Okay, man, I must be old then. Shit.
I mean, would I be that young or old enough to experience that?
You're 40 what?
49.
Nah, you should have been, yeah. You would have been, you would have caught it at the very end, but
I caught it at the very end. 100% caught it at the very end. I caught it when they just took the money. They took the money.
Yeah, okay.
I came in. I went from
All right,
Central.
you would have had it.
I went straight from Central Juvenile Hall to the Glass House in downtown LA to fucking to the county jail, bro.
Okay.
But they had just taken the money, but we still had our shoes, so fools were still jacking fools for the shoes. I mean, you know how that goes, bro. I mean, white boys. All right,
Get against the wall.
Divide your property with your shoes. You know what I mean? And you got a pair of size 13s. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that's not your shoe size. You know what I mean? I just came up on them.
Fives. What is that?
You know,
Man.
But anyways, you remind me of the old school homies, bro. The whole stilo, everything about you. Like, if you guys, I'm telling you guys right now, man, you guys don't understand. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, please just pay attention to this man right here. Like, they don't. These men are hard to get on the podcast, man, and respect to you. That's all I'm saying, brother. You know what I mean? Thanks again. But anyway, so you started feeling like a convict.
You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense, like it's as far as like I need to act like a convict. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it all the way. You know what I mean? In that sense.
There's no playing games. Serious.
I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna make some money.
Did you ever clown though? Or did you have like a clowning personality? Did you have fun, or were you just like at this point in time where it was real business?
Get around. No, I had a lot of camaradas I could clown with, but they were in the same boat as me. You see what I'm saying? So I was running with that crowd, but everyone's different, you know. But I never really clung to one person, like a homie, like my road dog, and I just did it with him. No, because I kind of got introduced. Wait a minute. I kind of got introduced to other people a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when I knew the difference. Then I started understanding the politics of all that peddling.
The way you carry yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Which we don't need to get into that, but
100% no.
But you know what I'm saying? So, and then I look back on it nowadays, and it's like it defines you. It kind of defines you because that's when you know which way you're gonna go. You feel what I'm saying? Of how you're gonna do your thing of whatever in life. And in my mind, I'm like, fuck it, whatever I do, I'm gonna do it right. When I was a kid, I would just do it however, whether it's selling drugs or gang banging or whatever. Now I'm looking at things where I want to get away with it, and I want to make good money. If I'm gonna do time and get busted for it, you know what I'm saying? It better be for something. Exactly, it's gonna be worth it.
Gotcha.
And I had not only homies that told me about that, but I had family members that told me that. Even my pops had put that in my mente.
So there's levels.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but you don't really realize it at that time. I didn't. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't.
Yeah.
I just started, it was told to me, and then I started like looking at it like, okay, I get this,
No half stepping.
Yeah, so. And then, there we go again, and then I just went full force. And let's see, at that time, Mom's was already sick. That's when my Efita got sick.
Who was she sick with?
Cancer. She had lung cancer. Yeah.
Lung cancer. Did she smoke?
Yeah, she did. She did.
Did you think that was a part of her cancer, or is it hereditary?
Yeah, I think it was part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm smoking this black and mild.
Me too. I don't stop smoking, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when she got sick, bro. And that was the hardest time of my life.
How did that affect you? How did that break?
I couldn't be around it. Look, I couldn't see my mom like that, bro.
How was she?
She was sick, bro. She was like,
She was suffering.
They brought her back to the pad, and she was sick, bro. I never seen her like that,
Hospice?
No, they
Not
brought her
yet.
back. No, she didn't want to go there. My sister came and took care of her. Me and my brothers were there, and I just couldn't take it, bro. I couldn't be around it.
How did you deal with that?
Oh man, I couldn't be there. Look, I'm ashamed to say it, but I couldn't be there, bro. I couldn't stay there. I couldn't see her like that, bro.
Are you saying that you weren't with her by her side during her dying days?
No, I was there with her, but I couldn't stay there like that. It was hurting me too much.
Yeah.
And all it did was make me go run back to getting high to kill that pain.
Escape. Yeah. We all deal with everything a certain way. There's certain
Grief in different ways, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Grief.
Yeah.
100%. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, do you think that was a demise? Your mother's sickness was a demise, and your I hate to call it this, and you correct me if I'm wrong for calling this, but self-destruction.
Yep. Exactly. Even my family members, they to this day I think my sister and my brothers, the ones that are left, they even think that that I did that just because I didn't, like, after my mom died, that I didn't want to be out here anymore.
Are they right?
Nah.
No.
I wanted to come home, bro.
Yeah. And so is it, my condolences, OJ. And pain is forever. Did that put you off on the deep end?
Yeah. I just went full force, bro. I just started fucking up.
Did you feel like you had nothing to live for? Yeah.
And it didn't really matter what the fuck I did. I didn't give a fuck. I started robbing. Yeah. Till I got busted. I knew it was in the back of my mind. I didn't give a fuck, I didn't really want that, but I just did it. I ended up getting busted for 38 armed robberies.
38 armed robberies.
I went over the deep end. Let's talk about something else, though.
Yeah. Apologies.
It's just when it comes to my fita,
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
I wish I did, but I don't. I'm sorry. And I say that respectfully because I have a very bad relationship with my mother. She's still alive, though. I have no relationship with my mother.
My bad, dude.
I get it, though. My mom passed away last year.
Please speak on it, Rick.
Yeah, one year, almost to the day. Yesterday was 1 year that my mom passed away. and I grew up with my mom like my best friend. Like, we did everything together. So believe me, I get exactly where you're coming from with this. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I just, I got, there's a cold side of me, bro. My mom hated me since I was my birth. Yeah, so I'm sorry that I can't, sometimes I want to relate. I mean, and I just feel like I got some work to do on myself in regards to that, you know. But my respects to you, Sleepy Joe. And so you 38 armed robberies.
Yeah.
38 armed robberies. It's safe to say that you were on a robbing spree.
Yep. I ain't gonna lie, but a lot of them weren't even mine. A lot of them weren't even mine.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah, you know how they put them on you.
They just lump it all together.
Yeah, clear the books. So
Clear the books.
Clear the books so they have a conviction on it. And then it didn't help where I was robbing it either. You know, they give out a lot of time in that part of town.
Okay. Is it 38 robberies that got you 30 years?
Got me 44 years.
44 years, and you served 30 of those years.
No, but they didn't convict me on all of them. They only convicted me on 18.
18.
But I remember I went to the joint before.
Yeah.
Second strike.
What year was this?
92. 92.
92. I think in 92 was Pete Wilson in effect?
Mm-hmm. Two strikes was in effect 90 days. I missed it by fucking 90 days, bro.
You missed it by 90 days.
If I would have got busted 90 days before that, I would have been out a long fucking time ago. Yeah. Yeah, I would have been out a long time before that.
They gave you 44?
Yeah. They doubled me up, and then they came in with the gang. At that time, they barely came in with that stupid gun enhancements and shit.
Yeah.
And then they separated each one, which that's what got me out. You know what I'm saying? They can only give you, now, the new law, they can only give you 5 years tops for whatever one they want to give you. The one that carries the most time, they can give it to you, but once. They gave me, each robbery, 5 years.
Damn.
You know, and they picked which ones they wanted to double me. And it ended up to 44 years. And then, you know, once you get to the joint, you know, you're always going to catch at least 5-6 years. You don't catch life, but I ended up catching more time when I was in there. You know, that goes, that's you know me. That goes with the program, but.
Yeah. So what was your initial thought when you were sentenced to the 44 years? I mean.
You know what? Now that we're talking about it right now, like, you know, it hurts me almost, you know, like, you see me crying, little tears come out and shit, but at that time, bro, when my feet passed, like, I didn't really, even though it hurts me now, but like, at that time, I could say that either I was so hurt that I didn't really trip on it. I don't know how to explain it, bro. I really don't. Like, I did, but maybe I don't know. I didn't want to show it. I don't know what the fuck. I don't.
Did you just not have did you not have any meaning to live, in a sense? I mean.
Nah, I just wanted the pain to go away, bro. I didn't give a fuck. Just this time, just get on with it. Let's do this. Whatever the fuck's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even my sister, they wrote me up, you know, years later, like, hey, brother, like, they asked me, even my sister, watch when she sees this, she's even gonna, you know, trip. Because she asked me, like, they were talking like that amongst themselves, my family. Because, like, my brothers and my sister, they call me Checo. And they Checo went because because of mom. He didn't want to be out here.
Yeah.
But
it's not true.
It's not that I didn't want to, but, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, I don't know, bro. I just was fucking fucked me up. That shit fucked me up, bro.
Yeah.
That was like my kryptonite.
Yeah. We all have our kryptonite. 100%. Last time I was in the penitentiary, my little sister died from cancer, a year younger than me, and I would say that was my we're talking about something being someone's kryptonite. That was my kryptonite because I was just like, all right, well, she was just like, she was a good girl. She wasn't a part of the life, and she was fighting for her life. She was a good person. Every night, and I've shared this story before, but every night I would pray to God, take me instead of her. And mind you, I'm in the penitentiary. I was actually in the Arizona Department of Corrections at the time. But that broke me down. I never cried in a penitentiary before like that. I was an emotional wreck. I couldn't hold my emotions, bro. I mean, and I felt like I felt like a little bitch, to be honest. I mean, because I couldn't hold my emotions because I was so hurt by her death. And this is a place where you got to be strong, you got to be big, you got to be bad, you got to be Lucky from Highland Park. You know what I mean? And right now, you can't control your emotions. Get it together, Luck. That's how I just kept on telling myself, get it together, but I couldn't hold. I just cried, bro. Fucking cried. I cried in prison, bro. You know what I mean? And that was just like, it was a real weak point in my life that I just like, I'm not proud of, but it just happens and I can't redo it, you know what I mean? And if I could redo it, I don't think I could be strong. I wouldn't be strong enough. Sometimes we're not strong enough, you know what I mean?
You don't believe that now, do you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time knowing what to believe in regards to what circumstances might put in front of you, how you might react to it, and how you deal with it. You know what I mean? You know, like I know the tough shit I can handle, but when it comes to a death of someone that you just love unconditionally, that you love with all your fucking heart, which was my sister Jessica, rest in peace. I mean, a year younger than me. She understood me. She understood the pain. She understood the trauma. She was right there with me. She cried when I'd be getting the shit whooped out of me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she cried for me. She would only cry for me. You know what I mean? But anyways, it's a story of my story. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It just like, whoa, it was real. And so that's why when I got out this time from that, I said, all right, well, shit, I'm gonna do it for her. I'm gonna do it for her. You know what I mean? And that's why I've done everything that I've done to this point. It started initially for her, and then I created a family, and I brought little girls, Shida and Liana, into this world with my love of my life. You know what I mean? And I said, all right, well, and it started for my sister, and then now I do it for them. You know what I mean? So, it's never really for myself. It's for people that I love unconditionally, because my love is crazy. Love is crazy. Like, we gangsters love crazy. You know what I mean? When a motherfucker loves, we really, really love. You know what I mean? We take our own shit for them. You know what I mean? We jump in front of a bullet for them. You know what I mean? Yep. You know, straight up. We will be the ultimate sacrifice for someone else. You know what I mean? But anyway, so you get sentenced to 44 years. You're numb to it. You don't know really how to feel, and you end up doing 30 years of it. 30 years of when? How old are you at this time?
I said like 25, 26, somewhere around there. 24, 25, somewhere around there.
And you do 30 years of that, and so 30 years, man. 30 years is a lifetime.
Tell me about it, brother.
How did you endure? How did you do 30 years?
Man, everybody asks me that. I know it's a long time, brother, but it's a very long time. But when you're actually doing it, which you would probably know, when you're doing the time, you're not looking at it that way. You're just living day by day by day. And as those days accumulate, that's when you realize, man, I've been down this long, and this long. And when I finally hit 25 years, I was like, fuck, man, I've been down a minute. You know, dude's get 25 to life, you know? And I'm still here. They're not even trying to fucking give me no kind of action, you know? And then, you know, I talked to a few camaradas that, you know, my Sallies. I was fortunate enough to have a couple good dudes that were my Sallies and gave me some good game. And, you know, we'll get on it, homie. We'll start pushing that paperwork. And that's what I did. I got at a camarada. I gave him a shout out because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here, bro. Big man from Orange County, now high. And got at him, gave him a little bit of cantina. You know what I mean? Hustled up a couple $100, gave it to him, put my paperwork in.
And I remember after putting my paperwork in, man, I had like a good feeling one day. Like, man, I might have action, you know? Because I knew about the laws were changing. The laws were already changing at this time, you know? They let the fellas out and all that, you know? A lot of things were changing. And sure enough, bro, I put my paperwork in, and on the first very one I put in, they got back at me, the court. Yeah. And they said that they found merit in my writ, and that they were going to be assigning me a lawyer. Wow. And that doesn't happen, not on the first one. Not on the first, you know?
Blessing.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, man. And I was like, shit. Yeah. And then, you know.
Did that gave you hope right there by itself?
Yeah. I'm pretty much felt, I ain't gonna lie, I knew I was going home.
Yeah.
I knew it. Because they don't do that, bro. They don't. Not in the first thing. No, never, ever.
You feel that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Once you're down so long, you feel it. You like, you know. I don't know. It's like, because I've been down so long already, you know. Like, what's going to happen here, man? I've already been down all this time. You know? It's like something has to give sooner or later. Or, man, I don't know, you know.
Do you think they saw, like, how they did you dirty with all those armed robberies? That they're like, yo, they sentenced this dude way too much time.
Well, okay, yeah. In the end, when they finally resentenced me, well, they didn't resentence me. They did resentence me, but they just took the excess years that they gave me.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's resentenced me. But they just took off what they shouldn't have given me.
Yeah.
And then before that, there's a lot of little mumbo jumbo in the laws that they have. They gave me 85% of my time, and then they double it up. And after you get that double up, in 2021, they changed another law. And if you're 85% a second striker, they can only give you one or the other, the highest term.
Yeah.
Well, on mine's, they gave me on all my terms
the highest,
and they doubled them up. So I go, they can't do that. So that's
against the law.
Yeah, so that's when I found on that. But I kept putting paperwork on it because every time I would go to committee,
yeah,
they would show my date. I got out the hole one time in Calipad. I went to the hole. I get out, and you know how you get out the hole and they give you that paper with all your time and all that assessment, whatever the fuck it is. And it said in my date right there, it said they gave me a date, like a closer date. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Oh.
Wait a minute, wait. The counselor came to my door and said, here, gave me the paper. I go, why does it say this right here? That I'm a second striker, and they brought my date down. He goes, oh, because you're a second striker, you got that coming. I go, no, I don't. I'm looking at my date, fool. My shit's 2038. You know, like, so that's when I knew, they fucked up. They fucked up. That's when I started, boom, I started putting paper and talking to people, going to the law library, and then I found out they can't do that, bro. They cannot do that. That was the law that had just passed.
But if you wouldn't have put the effort, you would never be in the position you are now.
I'd be sitting right there with the homies. Oh, yeah. I'd be sitting right there chasing a paper or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even giving a fuck.
But sometimes it's a due diligence, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then look at this.
Moving forward.
Yeah, and trip out on this. And then, as they came, I'm pretty sure Luck, as far as like how the things change in prison about doing your homework and doing your, like for the classes.
Yes.
What's it called? Anger management, all them classes. I did all that shit. I started doing all that shit. I did every one of them damn things. Certificates. I got a stack of certificates. And when they changed my time, they didn't even look at that shit.
They didn't
look at it. Hell no. They didn't even look at it. Mm-mm.
But I think for the lifers that
they need
getting
that.
their time changed.
Yeah, they need that.
That helps them
That helps them, yeah. But see, I wasn't a lifer.
Yeah.
I just had a lifer date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was just too far.
Yeah, Buck Rogers date. Yeah, that's what happened, so.
And that's the crazy difference about you, but it's the same thing. I mean, technically it's the same thing. Like, you served a life sentence. Because we've had lifers come out that have served less time than you.
Yeah. It's crazy, huh?
Which is kind of crazy, yeah.
Exactly.
Really crazy.
Exactly.
I've had lifers on the podcast that have served 15 years, 22 years, 25 years. I mean, we were talking about Weddle. I think he did like 42 plus or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you served a life sentence in regards to being able to get kicked out. I mean, from a sentence.
Exactly.
I mean, when you got sentenced to that felt like a life sentence, right?
Hell yeah. I didn't think I was coming home. I didn't really trip on it because I knew it was so much time that I ain't gonna get out. You know.
How do you psychologically? How do you deal with that? Like, how are you living day by day for 30 years?
In there, as you're talking about, or
Yes,
in there?
In there, yeah. I mean,
You don't think about that, brother. You can't think like that in there. You know what I'm saying? You can't think like that. You're not, you know, maybe in your cell at night or you're thinking, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you don't think like that. Look, you just don't, bro. You just. I wonder what we're having for chow tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Live for the day.
Yeah, live for the day, bro. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta live for the day, bro.
So the yard that you're on, the homies that you're around becomes your life.
Exactly.
Day to day.
Day to day.
Day to day. I mean, what did you do to make the time pass? What were you into?
I like to draw and tattoo. That's why I'm tattooing out here now.
You're an amazing tattoo artist.
I'm learning.
For people that don't know, how can be, bro? Like, check it out, man. If you can get artwork done by a fucking triple OG, the done time, this dude got the best prison artwork, and he's under someone that's teaching him the new school too, Oscar, bro. Yeah, Oscar, shout out to Oscar, man. Yeah. This OG right here got sick ass work, bro. Casey, matter of fact, let me send you a picture of some of his work right now. You know what I mean? Or one of his pieces. You know what I mean, that you can put up right there. And I want you guys to tap in with the homie right here. Matter of fact, tap in with him for tattoo artwork, but also too, you know what we got to do? We got to get the homie a car, man. Homie need a car, man. We got to get him a car. He didn't ask me for this. This is conversation.
I'm embarrassed to even say what happened, though. I had a car. I got in an accident. Maybe I'm not that good of a driver. Be quiet, Les. Be quiet.
No, say it.
Yeah, man.
Because I was gone so long, man.
Yeah, not too much practice, right?
Yeah, you forget a little bit.
Let me send this to Casey, man. This boy shoots this shit right here, man. This is like, if you can get a piece from somebody that, like, I'm telling you, man, if you can get artwork from Sleepy Joe, man, you got a priceless piece of artwork on you. I just sent it to Casey.
I ain't gonna lie either, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Check it out. There's a couple people that came and got work on me because of that. Because I did so much time. And I'd be like, what? Serious? You don't care if I'm good or not? And they'd be like, no, I want it because, you got a story with this and that's going to be on me for the rest of my life. Serious?
It's a conversation piece.
Yeah, it's a trip, bro.
Check this tattoo right here. This dude did 30 years. Yeah. Sleepy Joe, Venice, man.
But you got to remember, though, in there, you're using what you got.
The Walkman. The Walkman.
Guitar string, or I used to use the little springs from
the spring from the lighter.
Yeah, lighter, the brooms,
from the pen.
Yeah.
And how do they get that spring and turn into a needle? Will you heat it up?
Yeah, heat it up.
You heat it up, you stretch it out.
Two nail clippers, and you just pull it like that and you light it, turn straight. So, sharpen it up, some sandpaper. Sit. Mm-hmm.
Make the ink.
Yeah, the soot with the baby oil.
Yeah, baby oil.
Yeah, it comes out
Chest
darker.
pieces.
Chest pieces. Set it in the window overnight and then let the sun hit it and it comes out darker.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that one right there.
Yeah. You know who I heard mention that too?
Who?
I tripped when Freddie Negrete.
He's been
Coyote.
Yeah.
From Sangra.
He's been on this podcast 3 times.
Yeah. I heard him say that and I tripped out. I know him. I don't know if he remembers me, but I met him when he was in Supermax. He was cutting hair. Yeah.
Freddie's a big time supporter of Hoodstocks. You know what Freddie does to me? Every morning, Monday through Friday, he sends me a Bible verse.
That's right. Oh, you turned Christian, huh?
I
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he's.
Oh, no, he's.
I don't necessarily want to put a jacket of somebody turning Christian, but he is 100%.
He's a believer.
Okay,
he's a
that's
believer.
Cool.
He's a believer. In
whatever you need to do, brother. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't tripping on it.
Did you ever turn to the Bible inside and just look for something?
Yeah, I read the Bible a lot. As a matter of fact, I had a Sally that, we used to talk about the Bible a lot. And that Sally, had a lot of clout. He knows what I'm talking about. If he sees this, he's gonna know. He's gonna call me a fat ass. Cause I started getting fat before I went home, you know, cause I was stressing out, bro. I'm going home. I'm knowing I'm going home, and I started eating a lot, bro. I gotta gain a lot of weight, you know. He used to tell me, man, you gonna die, you gonna get a heart attack, you fat ass. You stop eating all that shit. But he would give it to me though, you know. Cause they would bring him a gang of food every day. They would bring him a gang of pedo, you know, in the kitchen. And he wouldn't eat it though. He goes, you can have that stuff, Sleep, if you want it. And then once I started eating it, he's like, look at you. I'm like, man, we can't let it go to waste, you know. I started getting fat. I ain't lying, but I was like stressed out. I really was. Coming home, like I didn't know what to think. After all that time, you know, it was a trip. I guess I just started eating a lot.
How did your program change in there? Like, once you knew, like, the action was there, just by them, like, picking up your case and saying, like, this is the way we're going with it. Did you start moving different, or did you, like, what was the change? Was there a change in you in there?
Yeah, my first thing is, like, I'm going to start busting down every day. Like, I'm going to work out hard. Like, I don't give a damn. You know, I want to come out looking good.
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen, bro. It didn't happen. I kept eating. I swear, I kept eating until my Sally would get on my ass, you know?
Yeah.
He would get on my ass about it. Like, look at you, fool. Man, you getting fat. He would even bring up, he had a bunch of books.
Yeah.
Because he been down a long time. He been down way longer than me. He knows who he is. And he had all kinds of books on doctor's stuff and everything. You know, any kind of disease, he knew about it, everything. Yeah. Like, look, this is you. Look at this right here. Like, you know, what's your blood pressure? You know, all this shit. You know what I mean?
Sugar level.
Yeah, he had me stressing at night. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie, really. And then I would like try to do it, but then I'll fall off a couple of days later.
Did you have somebody waiting for you when you got out, like a relationship?
At the time, no. I didn't. I just when that happened, I was talking to somebody, but she had gotten sick. And then that was it. She just fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Literally. And I never heard of her again, and then until she passed. So, but in a sense, it was kind of. Now I'm not saying because she died, but I mean it was kind of. You know what I mean, like that.
Did she?
Prayers.
She passed. Yeah, but it was
pass.
like
Wow.
it didn't hinder me from doing what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that happens.
Yeah.
When you tripping on the streets, you're not keeping your mind on what you need to do inside. You know, if you got an old lady and you're tripping on the phone, phone monster.
The phone monster.
Phone monster. You know.
You gotta live. You gotta live by the day, and you gotta live in jail because that's where you're at.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's all it was, and then it came. It was a trip at the end. It was that they kept giving me a date. That date with lesser time. And I go, why do they keep giving me this date every year? And then I bring it to you guys, and I tell you, and they say, oh, we messed up because you're still a violent crime.
Oh.
But when you got this time, at that time when you got the sentence, it wasn't a violent crime. That was the key right there.
Okay.
So they really were supposed to give me for non-violent, but it was a violent. But remember, they switched it.
Yes.
They changed it.
Yeah.
Armed robberies, second-degree armed robberies, weren't violent in 1990, whatever. I forget what date. But at that time, see what I'm saying? That's when I got broken off. So I should have had that coming. And it's showing up on my paperwork. And I'm telling them this every time I go to committee. Now you go to committee every year?
Yes.
And then they would say, oh, we'll fix it. And they put it back in that Buck Rogers date.
Yeah.
But why does it keep changing? What makes them keep changing?
Because the computer's
exactly.
changing it. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I'm waiting to get kicked out, right? And they already changed my sentence. They took the years off. They took off whatever, like 9, 10 years. And they said, okay, you'll be going home, but we can't let you out right now because you've been down so damn long. We're not gonna just kick you to the street. You're institutionalized.
You ain't gonna know how to act.
Yeah, that's what they said, you know. I go, nah, I'm cool. You know, they're not, no.
I got this.
You know, yeah. So then one day I was waiting. I already got cut loose, and I'm waiting to go. I'm going to a halfway house.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting. I used to check every day. Hey, I'm on the list for the halfway house. To the counselor. He goes, nah, Pacheco, man, you come check every day, man. I go, well, shit. Fool, you do 30 years.
I'm
you know,
excited, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then he looked one day, and my name wasn't even on there.
Oh.
What the hell? Like, what you mean my name ain't nothing? You better call somebody, fool. My nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to
About
go
to
home.
crash out right
yeah,
now.
it's going down right now, fool. You know, you
Yeah.
better check that shit. And he goes, you know what? He made a phone call to the CC2, and they go, they want to talk to you. Go to the program office. A program office? I ain't going to no damn program. That's I got a little homie to go with me. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So I got a little homie to go with me. We go to the program office. And the CC2 comes outside. Mr. Pacheco, yeah, what's up? I go, look, they told me to come over. She goes, oh, yeah, I got good news for you. I go, I know I'm going home already. She goes, no, you're going home tomorrow. Oh, I'm like, what? Shit. Wait, yeah, I'm like, pump your brakes. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
She goes, remember when you were kept complaining about your date, that thing? Well, you should have gotten that time back. Your case was not violent at that time. So
Yeah.
that's why your date kept changing in the computer. So you should have had that coming all this time. So you're not going to that. That's why your name ain't on the list. That's why
No halfway house,
No
straight
halfway house.
home.
You're going home tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah.
You didn't even sleep.
Anxiety right there, right?
I didn't sleep for
man.
nothing, man. I was
That's
like,
right.
ooh, wee.
Call it little homie. Hey, you hear this, right?
I'm gone, man. I was gone, bro. I left the next day. I'll show you guys the video.
Great
later. I got the
feeling,
video
right?
when I went home. My
Great
daughter
feeling.
came and picked me up. Yeah, my daughter. I left when she was what, 2? She's already 30 something.
You kept communication with her?
Yeah, me and my daughter.
Nice.
Yeah. By the way, I love you, mama. You seen this?
What's her name?
Marina.
Marina.
Yeah.
You went home.
Yeah, I went home, bro. I stayed in Orange County with her too. And she has a lot to do with me getting on the right track, bro. Really.
Did you need that help?
Yeah, I did. Heck yeah, I did. You know. And not just because of her, it's just like, no, because of her, you know, for her, you know?
For her.
Yeah, but it's like, it's been a rocky road, you know? I know she has a lot of resentment towards me because I was gone so long.
Yeah.
It's hard, bro. You know, I understand that. But at the same time, you know, like, I mean, I'm your father, you're my daughter, and just that alone should speak volumes, no matter what. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? No matter, that's just how I am, bro. Like, I don't care what I did, you know, you're my daughter. I'm your father. You know, you're only here for a short time, a little time, bro, on this earth, you know? And that's how I see things, bro. Everybody don't see it like that, but I do.
Well, you did 30 years.
Yeah,
Plus,
exactly,
we're not counting all the other time you've done.
exactly.
You've been locked up your entire life.
Yeah.
And if anyone knows the definition of, in hindsight, of what time really means, you do. You know the definition of that. Can we put up a picture of his artwork?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Casey.
My dad was with Flaco
Oops.
de Venice, Tracy.
And Tracy.
Oh, and Tracy.
Bam. That boy shoots.
That was the first girl that I did right there. And I remember I was barely learning all the new needles and all that. I didn't even know the full concept of everything yet. And I came out pretty good.
Sleepy Joe, if someone wants to get artwork from you, how can they contact you?
Just hit my email. Just hit me up. Just call me. We'll work it out.
What's your phone number?
One right now?
Yeah.
213-930-3135.
213-930-3135.
Yeah. I'm mobile. I'll get to you somehow.
Yeah.
Even if I gotta take the bus.
He said, we'll figure it out.
Until we get him a
Holla at
ride.
me.
We're going to get him right. Do you have a Cash App or anything, bro?
Yeah, but someone got into my phone, bro, so I don't use it no more. I got Zelle though.
You got Zelle?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out. Let's put his phone number up.
What was it again?
213
930
930
3135.
3135. Let's put his Zelle up and let's get Sleepy Joe a car, dude. Let's put money towards the car for him. You know what I mean? Straight up. Boy did 30 years, man. We respect our OGs, man, and we try to take care of right here at Hood Stocks. You know what the fuck we do. You know what the fuck we do. Sleepy, I before we talk about your release from prison, I got some questions for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That I wrote down. Guys,
right.
I really wrote down. Casey, put it over right here real quick. Old school. Oh, you can't see that. Old school style. I really wrote this shit down. You know what I mean? On
Yeah.
paper.
Pen to paper.
Pen to
Let's
paper.
get
You put
it.
old school?
Old school, brother.
You know.
Old school. You old school. You
They're
old
saying
school.
that the tattoo looks like me.
What's something, Sleepy? I got some questions. I'm not going to run through them all because there's a lot of them. You know what I mean? Because I know that we're already 2 hours in here. Are you good on the time right now?
Yeah.
Okay. What's something movies get completely wrong about prison?
I know what everybody's thinking. No, but a lot of times, especially all these movies, man, the ones that, like, what are the best ones that everybody says?
American Me.
American Me.
Number
What's the-
one.
Blood in, blood
Yeah,
out.
that one.
To me, American Me is number one.
Yeah, that's the main one. There's a lot of, they hit on a lot of stuff, but I think a lot of people, they're more intrigued by that movie about the stuff that really happened behind the movie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be, I'll just say, let me see. I say the pretty much the sex thing. It's not every dude wants to, do all that, man. We don't get down like that
No.
in prison. We do not get down like that. I'm sure in times it has happened, but that doesn't mean that speaks for everybody.
That's frowned upon.
Exactly.
100% within the homies.
Exactly. But it's happened, bro. It's happened. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, that doesn't speak for everybody. You're always gonna get something other gente did, or there's always gonna be something.
There's a bad apple in every group.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
every,
Exactly.
Doesn't define the whole group as a whole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is kind of a fun one right here. This question right here.
Which one?
What's the biggest lie people tell about doing time? About, hey, when I was busted,
I've been to the Bay. I've been to Pelican Bay. Yeah, I've been to Corcoran. I did this. Yeah. I've been to Zapato, and I did this and did that. That's, homie, all that shit don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? You been there, did that. Okay, cool. It's just another part of the prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, brother. And they glorify it because certain individuals are there, and that's cool, but that's like everywhere else, brother. As long as you do your time right, keep your nose clean, you're gonna be all right.
Amen.
Drink a gang of water, do a gang of push-ups, you're gonna be all right.
Burpees.
Drink a lot of water.
You'll be all right.
The Asian, that infirmary.
Drink a lot of water in the
They-
infirmary.
Were you busted when they had the water contaminated with tuberculosis?
And which?
I think it was the Bay.
No, I heard about it. I remember in Tracy, you don't drink the water in Tracy. They sell bottled water there, but they closed that prison down. Yeah. I've heard about it though. I remember. I wasn't in the Bay though. I wasn't in the Bay. I was in Corcoran. Yeah.
I just saw a text message.
What did I say?
Girl, she's crazy. I got it. This is a personal question right here. What's the darkest thing you experienced mentally in there?
Allá adentro, man, darkest thing in there.
Yeah, that mentally, that you potentially went through. Like it could have been isolation. It could have been a shoe program. It could have been in the hole.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking it the wrong way. No, just my family members passing away. When you get that phone call, and you get that phone call to go to wherever they're calling you to go talk to your family that your loved one passed away. Yeah. I did it twice. My brother and my mom. My bad, and my dad.
My condolences. How does your pops pass?
He was already older,
Yeah. Natural causes?
Yeah, natural causes, okay. Yeah. But that one I got to, I had a camarada, had a cell phone. So he shot me the cell phone when they were doing my pops' funeral. So they called, and I was kind of there, while they were talking and stuff. I could hear on the phone. And at least I got that, I was there, but not there.
Got to experience some of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a question that I don't know if you can potentially relate to. Did prison kill your ability to trust people?
Nah.
No.
It taught me to analyze stuff more and realize who I'm gonna trust before I trust them. You get what I'm saying? Like it put me up on game to where I really need to know who you are before I trust you.
Do you trust me?
Yeah, I trust you. So far, I trust you. I do.
Is there any red flags when you talk to me, or the couple times that you've met me? You know what I mean? Eastside Weedmon's funeral, the shop. You know what I mean? And we initially talked while back when you first. I don't know when you first got out. Maybe
When Spantos passed away.
Spantos.
Yeah, my homie. When they let me do the commercial.
What's your relation with Spantos?
Well, Spantos is younger than me, but I didn't really run around with him a lot, like when I was out, because he's younger. I knew of him, but as he got at me on his own when I was in the joint, and he started hooking me up, just started, writing me, and it tripped me out. Like, what the
How was
hell?
he hooking you up?
Well, he would, write me, take his time to write me, send me some money,
So
packages, and then he knew about my tattooing, so he goes, when you touch down, I got you,
Spantos.
Yeah. And then I was like, what the hell, this dude? I mean, he's my homie and everything from my hood, but I didn't really know him like that. And
But he know you an OG, and he respected you.
He knew of me, so he started getting at me, and he goes, then when he goes, when you touch down, just look me up. Just look me up when you touch down, and I did, and he plugged me in, bro.
How does Spantos take care of you? Born and raised. I mean, that
Yeah, born and raised.
that dude is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
Like what his brand is still doing to this day is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Spantos, bro, like wow. You know what I mean?
R.I.P..
R.I.P. Rest in peace. Condolences to your neighborhood, to his family, so on and so forth. My absolute respect to that. But so he reached out to you because he knew of you.
Yeah.
He took care of you. He wrote you letters. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. You have letters from Spantos from him writing you in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
And so when you got out, and he said to reach out to Spantos, you reached out to him, and what was he able to, provide for you, do
At
for
first,
you?
on the real, I thought he was bullshitting. I ain't gonna lie, because I get at him. I send the number he gave me. It wasn't working or something like that. Yeah, and then I called again, and then it was working. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So then, finally, I called again, and he picked up. I'm like, what's up, fool? Did you get out? I said, yeah, I'm out, fool. Oh man, Sleeps, that's cool, man. I go, where you at? He goes, where you at? I go, I'm in Orange County right now. I just got out. I'm staying with my daughter. He goes, I'm in New York. New York? The fuck you doing in New York? Yeah, they had a Sadie Hawkins. You heard of the Sadie Hawkins dances that they throw?
No.
No?
No. Tell me about it.
They throw these big old dances. I guess Sadie Hawkins is like a old thing that people used to do when you get married or when you're going out. I don't know. It's something like traditional shit. And he turned that into a nowadays thing, and they have it every year. They have them in New York, one in LA, and it goes back and forth. And he created that, and all these I met that dude YG, the rapper,
Yeah.
all kinds of people, bro, movie stars, and I met that Andre 3000.
Wow.
I met all them gente, and I went to they had it at the Hollywood Bowl in Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood.
I went to the first one right there. Well, for me, it was my first one. And they gave me like the VIP treatment, and I got in right away, and it was cool, man. And man, it's nice, bro. I never been to nothing like that in my life.
Well, I mean, what was it? What was the explain to us?
Well, there was two of them. The first one was two of them, okay, but that was the end when after he passed. But before that, when I barely touched down, he goes, well, what do you want to do, Sleeps? And I'm like, you told me to get at you, Holmes. I know you got all kinds of connections. You're doing everything. Whatever, Holmes. I don't give a damn. I'll wash toilets, whatever. Just, I need a job, boy. You know what I'm saying? I need a job, boy.
Point me in the right direction.
Whatever you want me to drive for you, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Hold on real quick. Bro, this is, I'm telling you this right now. I want to say this right now. What he just said. He said, I'll wash toilets. Like, why do I have these rappers coming on here with the most cockiness motherfucking shit, dude? But I got fucking real gangsters, you know what I mean? Men that have served all this fucking time, that have survived shit that motherfuckers couldn't even motherfucking hear a story about, bro. You know what I mean? And survive the story. You know what I mean? Why, bro, I have the homies on here, and they most fucking humblest motherfuckers on the fucking planet, bro. The homies after serving all this fucking time, and they're the most dudes that you really gotta fear if you put them in the wrong place in their mind. You know what I mean? But I'll say this, and I'll say this after this, and I really hate interviewing rappers, bro. Some of them are super cool. Don't get it twisted. Drummer Boy super cool. A lot of homies super cool. I mean, but you came to come out, and you a gangster, bro. Everything you went through, bro, people couldn't even motherfucking survive it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They couldn't fucking survive what you went through, what you've done throughout your life since fucking 79 and back, plus everything in between. You know what I mean? Bro, why does the homies are the killers? I mean, I'm saying that you're a killer, but I'm just saying the dudes are coming out from these life sentences, the most humblest motherfuckers on the fucking planet, bro. They're the greatest dudes on this fucking planet. They're willing to wash a toilet. I'm telling you, dog. I mean, you told Spantos, I'll wash a toilet. I need to adjust. I need to survive. Whatever you got for me, dog, I'm cool. I ain't above nothing.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever I gotta do, brother. Whatever you give me, I'm gonna be grateful for it.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
And a lot of other homies that I've
That's
had on
most
here.
of the homies, my boy.
Right?
Yeah.
What the fuck,
It's
bro?
just humble because freedom, bro. Freedom is priceless. And if you're messing with somebody that can put you in a better situation, the worst thing you can do is come in there not being humble, bro.
Yeah. I just got it out, bro. Nothing else could be better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I've
only
been
going to
doing
get greater.
this for 30.
Yeah.
Like, what,
Being a
what
porter,
can be
you know?
bad out here? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out now,
How
bro.
to do it in there for 6 cents.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes not even that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
But it still blows my motherfucking mind, dog. It blows my mind, dog. It blows my mind that I have some cats on here that are just like, maybe they just haven't learned enough of life, bro.
A lot of people haven't experienced everything like that, though, Lux. So some of them,
I'm forever grateful for these men right here, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
You know what I mean? I'm forever grateful, bro. Because
Big facts.
Because if you can learn something, you young motherfuckers, bro, learn from these dudes right here.
Pave the
bro,
way.
bro,
Pave
bro,
the way.
bro. Like, and let's not get it twisted. No, bro, you ain't gonna wash no motherfucking toilet.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
What does Spantos do for you?
Plug me in, fool. Plug me in. He cause you know, if you know him, which a lot of people
I don't know him, bro. Tell me about him.
Okay, well, he started off by selling T-shirts out of his trunk of his car, and from there he blew up, bro. He just he didn't like all the gentrification that was going on in my neighborhood, you know, cause my neighborhood, you know, is mainly Latinos. There's blacks there too, and now they raised the rent on everybody. Everybody had to sell their houses and move far away, and you know. And everybody,
they did
and
the same to us.
Yeah, and his grandparents been living in my neighborhood since the 1900s, early, you know, and they had to get rid of their house. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't like that, so he just took it to himself and said, "I'm gonna do something about this," and he did, bro. He really did. Started selling T-shirts out of his trunk, and I'm not exactly sure. I mean, he told me a few things, but it kind of changed every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But someone reached out to him and wore his T-shirts, and he was like a big rapper or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's what blew him up.
Yeah.
It gave him enough money to buy better shirts and everything, and that shit just blew him up, man. And he started doing. There's no other person that I know of who's came from selling T-shirts out of a trunk of a car to do things for the Lakers, the Dodgers,
NFL, bro.
NFL.
The boy's a legend.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
Baseball, all that, bro. He's done them all for all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it collabs with all the big
yeah,
corporations,
exactly.
bro.
No one's ever done that though, bro. No, I don't know of nobody
I
who's
mean,
done
they
that.
might be able to bootleg it, but
Yeah,
he had the
I see some of his stuff. I see some bootlegs at the Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet.
We're gonna hit that shit.
You know?
Let's talk about the Levi is born and
Yeah.
raised
Oh,
video
yeah,
you're
yeah.
a part of right here.
Yeah, so then he tells me, Sleeps. He goes, look,
Sleeps,
Holmes.
watch this right here. He's gonna play some.
Tell us
Oh,
about
you're gonna
this.
show that? You ain't gotta show that.
Look at this. Tell me about this right here.
That was the video that we did, and he first got me to go to do the Levi's commercial. Yeah, that was the first time I ever been like that on the microphone and all that stuff, like this stuff right here.
That's right.
Yeah, that's Pantos right there. Oh yeah, I met Richard. Yeah, and then that fool right there and another camarada, Hector from Homeboy Industries. He's right under Father Greg.
Yeah.
And if you know Father Greg,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
that's a big thing.
Yeah.
He's a good camarada of mine, happy. And all three of us were working, you know, and they have already been on what's that biker
Mayans.
the Mayans.
Yeah, the
They're already
Mayans.
doing stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then I show up And they're like, man, what'd you do? You know what I mean? You're already right here. It took us years to get to where we're at.
Yeah.
You know, your homeboy Spanto's got love for you, fool, you know?
There you go right there, bro.
Yeah, I just barely got it out. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah. And then I did that. And then I did afterwards, after he passed, I ended up doing the Nike commercial where he went and gave out a bunch of to the high school.
Yeah.
He gave everybody Nikes, the Dunks.
Yeah.
And Burshrock's brother's in this video too.
Yeah.
Who's?
Burshrock's brother. Burshrock's
Oh yeah?
Burshrock.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah,
Easy,
and that's like a model dude. I didn't really like the pants, I ain't gonna lie, but I wore them. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah. And them other guys, the chinos, they're the sewers. Yeah, they sold. Yeah.
There you go, right
Yeah,
there.
I was nervous right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. There's happy right there in the front. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah. And then after that,
I see you right there, bro.
Yeah.
There
So
you
it
go.
put you straight to the big leagues.
yeah, he did that
Ain't
for
no
me.
washing toilets, none of
Yeah,
that
none
shit.
of that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he took me straight to the pad over
Yeah.
there. He's got this canton with all the stuff he has, and it's like his workshop.
Yeah.
And this big old 2-story pad, like,
How was that?
huh?
How was the house?
Yeah, it was like the house there. Like, I don't know, they do their business and stuff there, and he told me you could stay here anytime you want, fool, or whatever. He had all kinds of clothes and everything. Take what you want. I used to trip, and that's just like expensive, you know. And he used to hook me up, bro. He really did, you know. And then he tells me, look, fool. He pulled me to the side and he goes, look, I'm gonna be straight up with you, Sleeps. You know, you my boy. I'm gonna open the door for you, but you gotta walk in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He told me that. I'll never forget that. You know, he told me, I'm gonna open the door for you. I'll give you the opportunity, but you're gonna be the one to, you know, work for it, you know.
Yeah.
And I did, bro. So at the very end, the last time I seen him, he calls me, and I was working at Homeboy Industries. That's where I first started working at when I barely got out. Father Greg helped me out, and I was blessed to get a job right there.
You ever meet Father Greg?
Yeah, got pictures with Father Greg.
What was
That's
your
the homie
first
right there.
conversation with him?
Oh, when I got there, he's like, "Oh, you made it over here, huh?" I said, yeah, man. Don't worry, we got you. You know, we got you. And they gave me a holler right then and there. You know, they gave me a holler.
How important is Homeboy's industry?
Man, Homeboy Industry is a blessing, bro. You know, like, you know, you hear people talk about it because there's certain individuals that are there. A lot of people try to put a bad name to it or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But
Try to
like,
give everybody a chance, bro.
yeah, it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
You know, if you PC'd up or all that bell, you know, because you're there, bro. And they're
Father
helping
Greg
you.
doesn't care about that.
He don't see none of
That's
that bullshit.
not his.
Yeah, he don't see none of
Yeah.
that bullshit, you know. So it's like, you know, you're there to do good, bro. So if you don't like it, get the hell on then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You don't like it, get the fuck on.
Were
Straight
you,
up.
were you able to, when you did that stuff with Spantos, were you able to see residuals from that?
Yeah. Well,
And
not only that, sponsors hooked me up.
Spantos hooked you
Right
up?
away, yeah.
Right
and then
away?
he kept telling me about the
He hooked you with cash?
yeah. And then and as you keep doing this, we'll give you more work and more work.
Yeah.
You know, until, you know, hopefully you blow up, you know.
Yeah.
But if not, you end up driving for me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, cool, all right. You know
I could drive better than cleaning toilets.
what I'm saying? Like, yeah. What kind of ride you gonna give me now? Nah, but yeah. So then I did that, and then I did and then after he died, what happened was, he called me up and he tells me, hey, what you doing, homie? I go, nah, it's gonna be lunchtime right now at Homeboys. Because you know I'm down the street at the office. I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, I'm gonna swoop you up right now. Let's go have lunch. I'm like, all right. So he swoops me up, pulls out, everybody's running out to get his autograph and all that.
At Homeboy's Industry?
Yeah, at
What
Homeboys
is he
and shit.
driving?
You know that dude that comes on Instagram, that dude acts like he's on speed all the time? Palabra, he says palabra and all that.
Oh, that dude that rolls with Freddie Negredy's grandson, I think.
Yeah, that fool. Yeah, I was going to Homeboys with them.
Yeah.
And he wanted to meet Spantos, you know. He ran out to the car.
He's kind of a funny bunny.
Yeah. He's from Whittier or something like that. But anyhow, he ends up meeting Spantos. He's like, hey, thanks for introducing me. But I don't know Spantos like that. That's my homie, little homie, you know.
Yeah.
That's when I really realized, hey, this dude is, you know.
He's a big dude out
Yeah,
there.
you know, a lot of people like
So you didn't realize how big Spantos
No,
was?
I didn't, bro. I mean, he was big time already, but I didn't see it like that. And then he took me to that day. We went and ate, and we're at a hamburger joint, and a gang of gavachos came in there. We were in Westlake. Yeah, Westlake. That's
Okay.
where his office was by, Westlake.
Yeah.
And they came and asked him for his autograph. I was like, what the hell? You know what I mean? I said, I'll give you my autograph. You know what I mean? That's
the autograph you need.
Hey, this is my little homie.
yeah. You know, so, and I was like, damn, fool, man. But he was humble, bro. You know, he was very humble. You know, he didn't forget where he came from. He didn't, you know, and he would look out for anybody, bro. You know, anybody, you know. His story is so trippy because he caught cancer.
Is that what happened with
He
him?
had cancer, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right when Born and Raised started.
Yeah,
he
right
got
when he
leukemia.
blew up.
Yeah,
Right.
he
Yeah,
beat
he
cancer?
beat it. Yeah, he beat it.
Yeah.
So then
Cheated death.
yeah, so he, you know, he blew up and then he got cancer. So, you know, you could imagine what's going through his mind.
Yeah.
So then,
Like his clock was ticking.
yeah, so he still kept pushing and he beat it. It got in remission. And then, you know, he's still doing his thing and he was grateful for it. And then that day when he told me he's gonna come and pick me up,
Yeah.
he tells me, hey, Sleeps, you wanna go with me to Arizona? I'm like, what am I gonna do in Arizona? What are we gonna do out there? He goes, cause he's part Indian. He's part
Yeah.
American Indian. And his father had just passed away too, he's an Indian. And he wanted to get in touch with his roots, you know,
Oh,
Indian
so you
roots.
guys- yeah.
So he goes, let's go to Arizona. Arizona, I got cousins out there. And we're gonna go out there and we're gonna eat that peyote.
Yeah, peyote.
And
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
and we're gonna go into the sweat lodge
Yes.
Yeah.
and we're gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Wanna go? I go, hell yeah, fool. You know, I go with you anywhere, Holmes. You know, where you
Yeah.
wanna go? Let's do this. So he goes, well, you're on parole still, right? I go, yeah, I was on parole at the time. I just barely got it out. And then I called my parole officer and asked him if I could go. He told me, nah, you can't go, man, because that's out of state.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I called Spantos up. I go, hey, fool, this fool told me I can't go. He goes, you still want to go, though? And I go, nah, Holmes, you know, I don't want to get violated for that shit. You know, just
Yeah.
go have a good time, homie. Don't trip, you know. Just hit me up when you get back. You're like, all right. And that's when he died. He was driving. I guess he fell asleep at the wheel.
So you were supposed to go with him?
Yeah, I was supposed to
So
be there
you
with
could
him.
have been in the car.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And he went and
Or you
I
could've
was
been
at
driving
home.
him.
No, I was at home after he left, and I was at the pad. Remember I told you guys about the DUI classes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm online doing the DUI classes. You got to talk to everybody, and I'm doing them
Yeah.
online, and everybody's calling me. Sleepy, what's up? What's up? Because Spantos had told everybody that he was taking me. I'm taking the OG with me, you know? I'm taking the
Yeah.
OG with me, you know?
Yeah.
Sleeps, he was all happy that he was taking me.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people knew. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So now everybody's calling me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is everybody calling me at one time? You know? So I told the people on the DUI thing, like, hey, I gotta go. You know, I'll call you back. I'll get back online after.
I'll zoom back in
Yeah,
later.
I was, you know, it hung
Yeah.
up. And then I called, and then, my homie, one of my OG homies calls me, Chivo. Hey, Steve, you all right? I go, yeah, well, what do you mean, what am I all right? Yeah, homie, you haven't looked at the internet or nothing? We've been calling you, fool. I go, for what, homie? What's going on? He's like, you didn't hear? Hear what? Like, what are you talking about? Spantos is dead, homie. What? Shut up, fool. Spantos dead. He was Spantos dead, homie. Look, go on Instagram or whatever. But you're all right? I go, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
He goes, well, he was telling everybody he was going to take you.
Yeah.
I go, I'm right here, Holmes. I didn't get to go because I was on parole. You know, so then I had his personal number directly to him.
Yeah.
It just rang.
Fuck.
It just rang and rang, bro. Yeah, and then it started coming out on the internet, you know. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Pantos, and just, fuck. That was it, bro. That's the way.
He was doing a lot for the
Big
community
things,
over
bro.
there, bro.
Big things. Yeah. It started off, and what's a trip is because it started off in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
It was from my hood, Venice. And it turned into an LA thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
always represented LA, but then it turned into an LA thing.
Yeah.
Born and raised in LA.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it started off in my neighborhood. But that shit just blew up so big. It just, an LA thing. It represents that, you know, to this day, you know.
To this
Yeah,
day.
to this day, bro. Yeah. Another guy took over, you know, it kind of changed a little bit. You know what
Are
I mean?
you
But-
still tapped in with the?
yeah, I was. It kind of, you know, as time went on, I kind of, you know, just stepped away because it ain't sponsored.
not the same. It's
Yeah,
not
it wasn't
your
the
homeboy,
same,
right?
bro. You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lucky
You know
you
what I
missed that right now.
Yeah.
Fuck, dog, you missed it.
Yeah. What was that?
You got me
Okay.
a
Oh, we're
time
talking
set,
about-
right?
I thought he was still here. No, I just.
Yeah. But now
Fuck,
it's more
dog.
like
He was supposed to
business.
go on the trip where Sponto died, and he couldn't go because his PO didn't let him go.
I'm sorry,
Sponto
guys.
fell on the wheel, fell asleep at the wheel, and died.
That's what they
That's
told
how he
me. I
passed.
mean, I don't know for 100% if that's exactly what. But
Yeah, but that's
he
the
went, He
story.
went under. Yeah, the story was he went under a big rig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went under a big rig. And I used to tell him when we're driving his Benz, slow down, fool. You know,
Yeah.
he would be driving fast. You know, maybe if I was there, I don't know, I would have told him slow down. You know, I don't know.
You might have been driving.
Yeah, that too. But me, the way I drive, shoot,
We don't know.
but yeah, that's what happened with the man.
Ah,
Who knows where it could have took me? You know.
R.I.P. to the homie though. For
Yeah,
real.
much love, man. Much love to
Yeah.
Spatos. That's the homie right there.
A second.
Got 800 people in the chat, man. Run up the likes. Let's go, Goonies. Show some love.
you still have those Nikes?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't ever get rid of those.
I got a lot of stuff. I used to get all that stuff. I still get them. I still get them here and there.
Take hood stocks to Sadie Hawkins.
Next
year, let's go, dog.
Yeah. Well, it's changed now that they had one just recently. I didn't go though. I didn't go.
Yeah.
I could have reached out to the old boy, you know, but I didn't. I was like, it's cool. It's not the same, bro. But that one was cool, man. That dude YG was there. He had a picture of Sponsors on the wall, you know, in remembrance. And that dude YG was, you know, I guess they were real good friends.
Yeah.
That rapper YG, I don't know about the rapper stuff. All that one, you know, I know the old rapper stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nah, he does his thing. He's a big,
yeah, he is on.
yeah, big figure out
Yeah.
LA streets
yeah,
doing his shit.
yeah.
My apology, guys. I went to use the restroom.
It's all right, brother. Gotta
Yeah.
go. You gotta go.
R.I.P. Spantos. And thank you for sharing that. And I'm gonna have to replay that back to hear what you're talking about. Was there a mentor or an influential figure who changed your perspective while doing time?
Nah, not really. Well, I have a couple older uncles that have done time from way back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And they
Before
had A
you?
numbers, yeah.
Before you? A
Yeah,
numbers, wow.
A numbers and shit. You know what I mean? But they always just tell me, you know what I'm saying? Stay away from the drugs, right? Stay away from the drugs. Don't owe nobody, and get a hustle. Get a hustle. Don't ask nobody for nothing. Get your own hustle and do what you got to do to survive in there. You know, get your own hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have a hustle in there?
Yeah, tattooing.
Tattooing. Yeah. Made a lot of money off it.
I'm not gonna say I made a lot. It got me by. It got me by. Yeah, it got me by. Yeah.
How do you?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Nah, that's all people look for while they're in there. Is
Yeah.
getting by.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody trying to be rich. Like, hey, I'm trying to save up this
Yeah.
until I get out. Just want to live good while you're there.
Exactly.
Get by and, you know,
Survive.
finish the time.
Survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's messed up that people do that because we used to call them lost souls. I'm not saying I wasn't one of them, but like I always wanted to come home. I never gave up. You know,
Yeah.
even though I'm doing what I got to do, I still want to come home. You know what I mean? But a lot of gente don't see it like that. They figure
They
I'm
give
here.
up.
They give up, and you see them walk in the yard and like lost, bro.
Would you,
Lost souls.
would you consider yourself a good celly?
I think so. Just for my snoring.
Okay. I mean, that's the least of
He
someone's
snores loud.
worries.
Should tell you.
Yeah. What does it take to be a celly with Sleepy Joe in the penitentiary?
To be with me or for me to be with someone else?
No, for them to be with you.
Oh man,
You're the boss.
Nah, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. I'm a cool Sally. I don't really trip. Just as long as you're clean, you know what I'm saying? And
clean,
just-
right?
Just clean.
Yeah.
You know, just do what you need to do, what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good, bro. I'm not nitpicking or nothing, you know, because you get a lot of Sallys that are like that. I went through many Sallys like that.
What was one of the worst cellies you had? And you don't got to mention no names.
When I was in corporate,
One thing that they had a problem with.
I had to do with mental illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was his name Lucky? Go ahead, bro.
Loca.
Okay. We all got a little mental illness, right?
This fool was crazy, bro. He was crazy. He was like talk some crazy shit. Like, man, like, to the point where I was like, we almost got into it. But luckily we didn't, and they moved him. They ended up moving him.
I had
And
two.
then-
Go ahead.
They ended up moving him, and then when they moved him, he ended up getting with the dude they moved him in with.
I had two bad cellies
Yeah?
that I can think off the rip. The first celly was just like not someone that three bad cellies. Three bad cellies off the rip. One was in Calipat 4-yard. I mean, I had got transferred from Susanville 3-yard. I jacked up my points from mutual combats because I was getting in fights with the homies, and you're not supposed to do that. Yeah. I mean, but I was getting away with that in the Susanville 3-yard. And your homie Chongo from Venice was right there. You know what I mean?
He was my Sally too.
Yeah, Chongo from Venice was right there. And what's up, homeboy?
So bad shit.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro.
He's probably watching.
Venice across his chest, bro. That boy's a beast, bro. Yeah. And he'll remember me. 100% he'll remember me, bro, because my name came up in, and I would say juntas several times, bro, for mutual combats. Playing poker, and I had a few mutual combats with the homies, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Playing poker, talking shit. Go get my motherfucking shit, dog.
Yeah, my money now.
Yeah, I need my shit right now, bro. Pay me my motherfucking money, bro.
Canteen tomorrow.
And then I get pulled off to the side. Hey, Lucky, homie, I don't like the way you got at me like that, homie. Whoop, 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 blah, 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 whoop. And then I had one homie that took flight on me in the day room, bro. And I popped him, you know what I mean? And then he got an iron and tried to, anyways. I just had some stupid shit happen with me, bro. You know what I mean? And I antagonized it 100%, bro. You know what I mean? Anyways, I go to the Calipat 4-yard, and the homies read my fucking 128G, and they're like, and Grizzly from San Diego said, "Hey, Luck, I read your paperwork, bro. You know what I mean? And don't do that shit right here, bro." Yeah. He told me straight up, bro. And I said, I won't do that right here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna do that right here, bro. He goes, we don't tolerate with that shit right here, bro. And I said, say less, dog. Calipat 4-yard, B-yard. You know what I mean?
He must have seen in your paperwork that you've been putting it down, and that's why he, you know.
It was all mutual combats that got me to the 4-yard, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? With the homies. You know what I mean? And then they put me in a cell with this dude that I wanted to fuck up bad, bro. I wanted to fuck him up so bad, dog. He was from San Bernardino. He was a resident, bro. And every time we made Pruno in there, bro, he would act like fucking he was just that dude, bro. And I wanted to fuck him up. And Grizzly's voice was in the back of my head telling me, Lucky, we're not putting up with that shit right here, bro. And I fucking I ain't fucking with Grizzly. I ain't fucking with this 4-yard. I'm in Calipat right now, and these dudes are gonna fuck me up, dog. You know what I mean? If I fucking start my shit right here, dog. You know what I mean? But I wanted to fuck this dude up because he would turn into the devil every time we drink Pruno. We're on lockdown, bro. You know what I mean? And every time he drink Pruno, he'd be like there in that chair.
Gotta go.
You know what I mean? And I was like, this fool's a J-Cap, bro.
He deserves it, dog.
I gotta fuck this dude up, dog. And anyways, bro, that was a bad celly. Another bad celly was a dude that I was on C status with, dog. You know what I mean? And you don't get to pick who you get put on C status with. You know what I mean? And it was a 3-yard, and he was dirty as fuck, bro. He was a dirty motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean? Oh my God, bro. It just drove me fucking. It drove me crazy. And then there's a third person. I'm trying to think of who he was. But all my cellies were great, bro. My cellies were great.
You're going to run into some of them, you know. You're doing time, you're going to run into some crazy fool. It just happens, bro. You know?
It's part of jailing, right?
Yep.
How do you rebuild your identity after losing 30 years of your life? Are you rebuilding identity?
Yeah, well, not so much, bro. Like, I don't know. You know, I came back when I first got out. I was staying with my daughter in Orange County, and I was trying to get a job out there, and it was hard, bro. I didn't know nobody out there. Trying to tattoo, I get one here and there. Got a little clients here and there, but it just wasn't the same, you know. I didn't know nobody out there. So I bounced, bro. I left my daughter there, and I didn't have nowhere to go. You know what I mean? I didn't got a job yet. I was on that GR stuff that they make you get on. And I was getting that little check and stuff. So I'm like, man, what am I going to do? I got to make up my mind, you know. So I'm going to go back to where I know. But even though I really didn't want to go there because, you know, my old stomping grounds, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I just got to be strong and do what I got to do. So I got at my parole officer, and I told her I want to go to a sober living house. Not a re-entry or none of that. A sober entry house, you can go there, not because you're on drugs, but they will let you be housed there on parole, and they'll help you get a job. And then once you get the job, you can start paying your rent. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. And I came back, but I ended up in the harbor area, in Wilmas.
Yeah.
That's how I met Trips.
Trips.
My baby boy right there.
Rest in
My
peace, Trips.
boy, dog. Yeah, remember
boy
we,
right there.
Yeah, oh, you know Trips too?
Yeah, he was
That's
on my
boy.
case, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the homie
I know
right
his
there,
big
man.
brother too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Big Trips.
Yeah, Big Trips.
Yeah.
That's my boy right there.
Shout out to Big Trips, man.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
man.
been doing his
Trips.
thing. R.I.P. Big Trips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Little
Nito.
Trips, Little Trips.
Shout out to Nito, Eastside Weedmas. Shout out to all the Eastside Weedmas familia.
My boy
You know what I mean?
Silent, Eastside Wilmas,
Yeah.
all the homies.
Yeah, I ran into Lucky there. I ran into Lucky at
Yeah.
the funeral.
Seen at
I
the
was
funeral.
supposed to go, bro, but I
Yeah.
had to work.
It was nice,
Yeah, I
bro.
had to work.
A lot of low riders. It was cool, bro. I mean, you know, man, that's my boy right there, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trips the homie for sure.
Yeah, I ran into him because, well, I didn't know him at the time. I landed there, and some of the fools were tripping on me when I got there. So I got a camaradas that were...
Or was he tripping on you?
Yeah.
No, I got a camaradas that I know from there back in Centinela. And they reached out for me and called. And she
Trips.
said, they told them, just leave homie alone. You know, he's with
Yeah.
us. You know, he's just there right now, just, you
Yeah.
know, trying to get right.
Yeah.
So they got in touch with Trips, and they sent him to my pad, and then that's how we met. We never left each other since then.
Yeah,
We
he
were
was
running
on
around
my
together.
case when we went to the feds in 06.
Yeah,
Good homie.
yeah, he was in the feds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think you know this, but Trips was going to be on the podcast Sunday evening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. No, he told me about it. Did he do it?
He passed the day before.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He told me about that. He was gonna do it.
yeah. He passed.
I thought he did it.
No, he passed the day
two-
before.
yeah,
a
the
couple
day-
days before, right?
Two evenings before he
Yeah,
passed.
he told me about it, bro.
I'm telling you, man. So having individuals like Trips is a hard. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. It's a hard interview to secure because these individuals like a Trips, like a Sleepy Joe. Like it took me a long time to secure a Sleepy Joe interview. Like me, Sleepy Joe, we talked like a long time before, and I had to bump into Sleepy Joe several times to finally like secure the interview for certain individuals. Certain individuals, like they just ain't gonna do it, bro. But you gotta show face, have conversation. You gotta kind of like catch a vibe with them and let them know in their judgment of being a gangster, of everything they've been through, of knowing if they're gonna fuck with a Lucky and a Hood Stocks. I mean, straight up. It's just what it is, dog. I mean, and I respect it 1,000%.
I do too.
Trips. Took me a long time to get Trips on the podcast because he been to the studio. He been fucking with us through Droops and
Yeah,
through
pulling
Nito.
up,
Yeah, pulling up. You know what I mean? And some people are just not gonna do an interview. I finally secured Trips. I got him an interview.
Told me about it.
I know it's gonna be fucking crazy, bro. I know it's and it
That
was
boy's a
crazy.
fool, huh?
And starting with individuals like them, like a Trips, we kept on talking throughout the week. He was like, "Hey, Lux, this, that." I said, "Trips, it's gonna be good, dog. I mean, like we're gonna be good." But we just kept on like it just like it was more of just it was different. Sometimes I book someone and I give them a date and a time and that's it.
Don't hear from him until it's time to pull up.
Not with Trips.
Yeah.
Not with Trips. Trips just kept on getting at me.
He was hitting me up too, fool.
There was a lot. There was a lot
Yeah.
going on, bro. There was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. This is more. This is going to be more than just an interview. Yeah. This is putting someone of a certain caliber in a position that they would never do for nobody else, and they would never do in a lifetime. Trips from Eastside Weedmas was going to do it for Hood Stocks.
Yeah.
But we were going through conversations, and I was just like, damn, dude, like Trips is like, obviously by the name, I wouldn't say he's tripping, but he's really, really like, there's things going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that till after. I got
Yeah. And so, bam, I got promo out. In Instagram, everything. Trips from Eastside Weedmas is doing a live interview on Hood Stocks. Everybody's like, they know him. They're like, what the fuck?
Remember his funeral?
His funeral was crazy, right? Legendary funeral for a legendary dude. Yeah. But leading up to that, he kept on getting at me. And I'm not gonna talk about what we were talking about, but it was heavy. It was different. There was a lot of stuff going on that I could not. I can't disclose, but I'm gonna acknowledge this, that there was something heavy stuff going on in his life. That he just, hey Lux, and it was a lot of text messages, it was a lot of phone calls. I was like, Trips, we good, brother, but we gonna do this, dog. We gonna knock this shit out the motherfucking park, Eastside, Weedmans, Highland Park style, dog. We got this, dog. You know what I mean? It's gonna be legendary, dog. We gonna stay within the lines, bro. You know what I mean? We gonna do whatever makes you comfortable, my dog. You know what I mean? And it was something more than ever that I've experienced leading up to an interview, of having so much conversation with an individual that was about to do the podcast. But I respected it because I know the dude, and I've heard of his caliber, and I've heard legends of this dude and a lot of different shit. You know what I mean, and the feds with a mouthpiece, bro, taking all fades, bro. You know what I mean, like just like crazy shit about this dude. You know what I mean, like a dude you don't fuck with. You don't fuck with this dude, bro. He's gonna be a major problem for your life. And 2 nights before that, bam. You know what I mean? The interview was done with. You know what I mean? Because there was no person to do an interview with no more. That had life in his body. Trips, rest in peace. And so I went to the funeral, and that's when I met Sleepy Joe personally. Even though we had a conversation before that, you know, I met Sleepy Joe. I was with Trips from Monte Flores. Yeah, Monte Flores. Shout out to that brother right there.
Yeah.
And shout out to Nito, Eastside Weedmans. Shout out to the whole Eastside Weedmans familia. You know, it was a real, like, it's real life, bro.
Yep. It was, man.
It's real life, you know what I mean? It's crazy. You never know what somebody's going through, but in hindsight, when I look at that, because for the ones that know, they know how he passed. I'm not going to disclose how he passed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's personal. If you know, you're in the know. Yeah. You know what I mean, of that. You know what I mean? But it makes me rewind the track of all the conversations we were having leading up to that it was super fucking heavy, bro. Yeah. This dude was going through some fucking heavy shit in his life, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know?
He used to tell me everything too, bro, right after. And it's like, man, but he was just the type of dude that doesn't, he held everything in. You know what I'm saying? And he just like, man, I don't know. Like when it actually comes to the surface and he just shut it down. That's his Trips. That's how he was, bro. That's how he was, man. A good dude, Holmes. Good dude, real good dude. I love that fool, man. And that's the first dude I ever met like that. And I hit it off with. He lived right down the street from me, bro, and he never left my side after that. We were together every day. In his caddy, that little caddy had.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a Benz, my bad. Big, long Benz, big body Benz. Okay. That's what he had. That's right. Not a caddy.
Yeah, I never seen what he was driving.
Yeah.
And so let's pivot a little bit because
right.
I want to get close to just getting to a point of what we're doing right here.
All right.
We've been a little sidetracked with a lot of conversations. You got out. How long ago did you get out?
I've been out already. What was it? 21 or 22? 22.
22.
The very end.
Very end.
November 4th.
Yeah. And so
been on a few years already.
4 years?
Yeah.
4 years. How was
everybody? Yeah, let me tell you something real quick though. Everybody says that. How long you been on? It's been a little 4 years, but compared to doing the 30 years, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I try to explain to people. Yeah, it's a little while. I've been out, I'm on my toes now, but that ain't nothing really compared to the 30 years that I did.
30 years plus everything else.
Yeah, exactly. All before that, yeah, I feel you. But yeah.
What do you think about the people that say, I've ran into people that done a lot of time, right? And then they tell me, oh, that shit flew by. Like, what do you say to that?
at times I would probably, I could agree with at certain times you thinking that.
Yeah.
But then in the end of the day, nah.
Hell no, right?
Hell no.
I'm the same way. Like people tell me it flew by, and I'm like, bro, I remember every day. Like I couldn't wait to come home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know some days are better than others, and
Yeah.
you know, sometimes it's easier to get past stuff. But at the end of the day, like when you have kids, like you notice the difference 100%.
Yeah.
Because if you're leaving a 1, 2, and 3, 4-year-old and coming home to adults, you're like, no way it flew.
Yeah.
Like it was a long time.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, it just helps you appreciate the freedom.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's not like we're living like before.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? I'll go do 10 real quick for whatever. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly.
Like, I mean, if we gotta do it, it is what it is.
Yep.
But that's not something that we're just looking for no more, you know?
And times have changed too, bro. Times have changed. Like, it's not how it used to be before.
Yeah.
I remember at times when, like, I hear homies talking about the OGs. I'm going to go do 36 months, get my drive on real quick. I'll be back up. Nada.
Go in there and get my buff on and, you know, go kick it with the homies real quick and I'll be back.
Yep.
What do you think?
Hell nah.
What do you think of the state of time that we're at? Like we got the invasion of the Edgars. I mean, we got individuals that will take your wind, and I mean, I want to give respect to these individuals, bro, because I don't want no beef with these dudes. I don't want no beef with these dudes, bro, because the last thing I need to do is having a motherfucker take my motherfucking win with a bowl cut, bro.
That's true.
Straight
bro.
up, I respect these dudes 100%.
You have to.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But in talking about times have changed, you know what I mean? From the 79, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Now we're here in 2026. Bro, you weren't supposed to be here. You weren't supposed to be here, but you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
But you're here by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I do.
But you're here by the grace of God, you know what I mean? And so where the fuck are we at with the game? The yards, bro. And I don't want to get political about this shit because I gotta mind myself.
Yeah.
Because I gotta, you know what I mean? I ain't shit, bro. Yeah. I gotta respect the game, and I'll hope forever respect the game. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like the game has 100% changed, and if anyone can contest to that, is you.
Yeah, I seen it. I've been seeing it. It's just like, man.
The 50-50 yards.
Yeah.
All the system is done changed.
Yeah, man. It's just, man, I guess, I don't know. My theory was like, it's just a sign of the times, brother. It's just, things always change, bro. You know, not for the best all the time, you know what I'm saying? But it's just changed, bro. I couldn't put my finger on it myself. It just, I seen it happening, you know? Like crazy shit. Like, I don't even know where they get this shit from. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, like, you got to respect it, Holmes. They're still our people. You know what I'm saying? They come, you know, still our people. But I don't know, man. I can't put my finger on it, but it changed a lot.
Can I ask you a question? The question is this. You answer it if you want or not. Any question I ask, feel free to decline. There's rappers, bro, that claim the being a sureño, you know? But what is it, like, just because you're from the South or you represent the South, does that automatically make you a sureño?
Hell no. Nah. They got that twisted. That's very twisted. You know what I mean? But on the real, I don't even want to talk about all that.
So good. Thank you. So good. Yeah. You said enough.
But if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Because I just see a lot of rappers doing that, young ones, you know, and I'm just like, I don't think you really know.
I think sometimes it's just because they're young, bro, and they inexperienced.
Is it claiming the fame?
No, I don't.
Because there's a difference between it being a Southsider and being that.
But at the same time, they might feel that's what it is sometimes, you know?
They see it. They see it, and But then you gotta understand, it's not the same time. It's a whole different era. So they're seeing it as they see fit.
Yeah.
And not really wanting
It's
to.
the way they grew up.
Yes, and not
The
really
way
wanting
we
to
grew
see
up.
it we did, the way
Yeah.
we seen it. You see what I'm saying? You know, you're a youngster coming up and you see it how you see it. You don't want to hear the next man telling you this is how it is.
Yeah.
They got their pride too. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where it gets twisted.
The lines get blurred, right?
Yeah, that's where it gets twisted.
But pride is and egos,
Yeah,
which you know about,
yeah.
are dangerous.
Very dangerous.
What do you think about homies upstate compared to homies down south? You know what I mean? Because there's a difference, right?
There is, yeah.
What would
And
you
I've done a
say-
lot of time with dudes from up, you know, I had Sally's from San Jose.
Yeah.
But
Great dudes.
Fresno. Yeah.
Good homies.
Good homies, down motherfuckers too, you know. But
It's just a different game, though, right?
yeah, because they're up there, but you know, a lot of homies want to clown them and call them 13 and a halfers and all that shit. But you know what? Them fools live that shit every day, homie. They're
Yeah.
going out there. You know what I'm saying? We don't got norteños living out here.
100%.
We don't got norteños living out here that we got to be trucha for, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And them dudes live that
That's
every
not our
day.
fight. That's not our fight.
So you got to give them that, you know? I did always, you know?
Maybe sometimes
too.
we don't understand each other.
Yeah, that's true.
I always give them that too, though, bro.
I always give them that,
Yeah.
yeah, because if you look at it for what it is, hey,
Yeah.
they live
That's
it every
what
day.
they do every day.
Exactly, and we're out here with nothing but us.
Each other.
And it's fucked up because we going at it with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But then they come down here and they think it's all homie love, and it's like,
yeah,
nah,
okay,
bro.
yeah, and then that's where they get that twisted too.
I mean,
it ain't.
yeah, at the end of
It's
the
not.
day, I think we're all gonna get different things twisted, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, the homies that come down here and be like, well, we're all homies. But if you're from a big gang that came from down here, from up there, you know, you're gonna come down here and have enemies, bro.
Yeah.
That maybe you didn't have up there.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know? And like us, when we go to different spots, you know, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah,
Like, we're used to that,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yeah.
Sleeps.
But yeah, salute to the homies upstate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sleeps, to wrap this up and to end on a positive note, what have you done with your life after 30 years?
All right. Well, it's been a little rocky here and there. You know, I have my ups and downs, but the major part when I came home, I hooked up with Father Greg, went to Homeboy Industries. They plugged me in, and I started utilizing my art. You know, and they put me in the art academy, and I started doing my art there and stuff. But due to me, like, you know, Social Security, my funds and stuff, I had to leave. I finished the program, but I had to leave, you know, because of certain financial stuff. So after that, I got plugged in again. A good friend of mine plugged me in. A real good friend of mine. He's in prison. Pops, you know who you are. But anyhow, he plugged me in with. He knew somebody that they needed. Kind of, how could I say it? Coming from where I come from, you know, being in prison and, you know, the time that I did, I would be a perfect candidate for this certain job, you know. And I took it, and I'm working now at a place called Helpers. My boss will get mad because I don't remember every letter what it means. He told me to remember it, so I forget. I got
Like
a
a
bad memory.
caseworker?
Yeah, and, well, he's my boss. Yeah, and it means something, you know, every letter. But it's called Helpers, and we help, you know, people coming home from prison, anybody, bro. Like, you know, when we talk to the kids at school in our area on the west side, and we stand in front of the schools, you know, if there's fighting or whatever, you know, we pull them to the side and counsel them, and talk to them and show them that there's other ways in life instead of just, you know, running the streets that what they know. Some of them don't even know, never been to a Dodger game. You know what I mean? And you come out here in East LA, some of them never even been to the beach.
Yeah.
They don't even know there's a beach, you know? So we're trying to, you know, use that.
Integrate.
Yes, and use that into, you know, so they understand, you know, and they come and sign up with us, and we give them vouchers for food, clothing. We can help them with housing, them and their family. Whatever we can do, you know, and we're there for them. And they wanted me there because there wasn't that many Hispanics at that place in time. And they figured, you know, being that I just got out and, you know, me doing all the time that, you know, I'd be good for that job. And I got hired. And I've been doing that since. And I'm
does
still
that-
there now.
How does that feel?
Good, bro. I'm giving back, bro, you know. I'm trying to give back.
How important is it paying for it, giving back?
Man, it feels good, bro. It does. It really does, man. Like, you know, it's like, it's like, because somebody came to me like that before. And back in my days, there wasn't a lot of that. Nowadays, you got programs everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
You do. There's help out there, bro, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of help out there, bro.
You want help, you can get it.
You can get it, exactly. Like, you see all these homeless people, bro. I think a lot of it's mental health, and they just want to be out there, bro.
Yeah.
Because you can get help, bro. You can go anywhere, man, and they'll give you food, they'll give you housing, all that stuff, you know? But, yeah, man, it's just like, it's a trip. That's just a trip. You know, but it makes me feel good to do that, bro, because I know where I came from, and the stuff that I needed, I didn't have, you know? And we're able to give that to them.
What was one of the most challenging times of you working this job that you did, maybe dealing with a youngster that you had a tough one? Maybe you had
all the time.
You had a young Sleepy Joe. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. I end up arguing with them a lot because a lot of them don't want to sign up. They'll sign up, they want to do it, but then when it comes down to really doing it, they come up with some excuse or they don't want to show up. So we're trying to figure out a way to get to them, you know, sometimes giving them money, like little vouchers or whatever. Hey, if that's what it needs to get them in the door. And then once they're in the door, that's when we pounce on them and pound it in their head, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do this, fool, you know? And explain to them, you know? And then when they see the real deal of what prison's about and all this fellow, being away from your family and all that, then they realize, bro, you know, maybe not all of them, but if it's just one, that's cool, you know?
Who is Sleepy Joe now, and who was Sleepy Joe back in '79?
I'm still me as far as, you know, who know me. I never really changed as far as like my personality. You know what I mean? I'm just me. I tell it out like it is, and that's it. You know, but I'm glad to know that now that all the time that I done, that I realized what I did was wrong, and I'm able to give back. And now that I did all this time too, I don't want to leave here when I die, bro, and not leave like nothing. Oh, he was just some
Legacy.
Yeah, you know, I want legacy, but I'm not so much a legacy. Just, you know, I'm just a normal motherfucker. But I want people to think of me at least, you know, he did right in the end. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy with that, bro. You know, I changed my life around and, you know, do for my family whatever I can do, or, you know, and help other people. That's it, bro. That's all I can do. You know, if I could do more and it's there and the opportunity, I'll do it. But, you know, I'm happy with that. I'm humble with that. You know what I mean?
You rest easy with that?
Yeah.
If you died today,
Yeah.
you rest easy.
There's still a lot of things I'm struggling with, though, too. There's things in my life that, you know, I have to get right. You know, we all have problems, you know, but what we're talking about, yeah. I think I'm, you know.
There's a question right here. I skipped a bunch of questions, but I want to ask you this. There's a bunch of questions that are good questions right here. Yeah, but I'm not. I think we're at a point where
I think we pretty much
we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, Sleepy Joe. My G, OG. Appreciate you, brother.
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
You did the community justice with this testimony right here. You know,
I hope so, brother. I hope so. I appreciate you, though, Nick. I really do, man. It took a minute, but I'm here.
It took a minute.
But I'm here.
Yeah, you pulled up. Yeah, you pulled up.
Yeah.
And, you did us right. You did the community right. Everything that you talked about will be analyzed. You know what I mean? It will be analyzed by your coworkers. Will be analyzed by law enforcement. I mean, let's be real about it. You know what I mean? Who's watching this? Everybody's watching this. They're going to analyze you, brother.
That's cool.
There's going to be kids in school that are going through psychology and everything else. Mm-hmm. Every other academic they could be possibly thought of. They're going to analyze this interview, you know, and I hope we gave you guys something good to analyze. You know what I mean? Because if the academics analyze this, then we are doing our due diligence for a better future.
That's right.
Straight up. And that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? We're trying to, like, there's people far smarter than me, Sleepy, Loca, and Droops, and Casey. They're going to grab this information and figure out how can we do better for our kids, you know?
Yeah.
And that's all we can hope for.
Yep.
Is a better future.
Freedom is priceless, bro. That's what everybody gotta
Time.
remember.
Time.
You know, we can't get time back. You know, so
I barely found that out, brother.
Yeah.
Even though I did all that 30 years, that's when I really found out when I got home. Because I look in the mirror every day like, damn, man, what I do?
Because you remember yourself young. Because when you do all this time, right, you still feel like when you went in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel like you picked up from when you left off there.
Yeah. So you're looking at yourself like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, and you still want to be able to move and act how we did as, you know, younger people, bro.
Yeah.
But I think the more that the youngsters figure out that freedom is priceless and not, you don't have to keep following whatever everybody else does. Make the mistakes that we made, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's when people will be in a better place.
Yeah.
Because everybody told us, but we didn't get it until we made the mistakes and get to look back on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I didn't listen to it, but
Or all those Benjamins were just fucking
Well, it's because
clouding the eardrums, Drew.
everything clouds, you know?
Let's
Going
go.
out, being young, just being, you know, doing our thing, bro. That
Welcome
clouds
home.
your joy,
Welcome home,
your judgment.
Sleepy Joe.
You know?
I'm glad
Thank
you're doing
you,
great.
Facts. I'm glad that Santo was out and still alive.
yeah.
When you came home, they got to show you like a better way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm sure that helped.
That did.
Because, you know, sometimes we come home with nobody looking out. And we go back to what we know.
Yeah.
And that's not always the best way.
Yeah.
You know? Find a good person out there to support us. That helps a lot too.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotta have that.
Yeah, facts. Family support is big too.
Yeah.
You know?
I found a place in my life, I mean, in the place in my life to pay forward and do good is interviews like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Straight up, dog. Like the interviewing OGs like you and just like, bro, like just going through what we went through for 3 hours, bro. We're 3 hours in here.
Damn, we are?
That's a long one, huh?
Yeah, we're 3 hours in here, but I didn't expect. I didn't expect nothing less with a Sleepy Joe from Venice right here, straight up. Like I didn't expect nothing less 3 hours of the podcast. When we do 3 hours, bro, we put in work. And
part one.
And we doing the community righteous. You know what I mean? Because there's kids, and it's crazy about this podcast, Sleepy. Is there's a lot of homies that watch this with their kids. You know what I mean?
It's all walks of life.
And the kids learn from our mistakes.
Yeah. That's cool, bro.
You know what I mean? And so what I'll forever be grateful to pay forward is sharing stories of mistakes that you don't need to make.
Yeah.
And it can be mine, it can be yours, it could be Droops, it could be Loca's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to make this world a better place, brother.
That's good, look.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you one quick question.
Yeah.
What actually made you want to do exactly what you're doing right here? Did it start off like that you wanted to do all this? Or what was it? What was that the turning point of what made you want to do this? What it got you to do this by, actually doing it, not just saying it?
Well, you know what? I wanted to contribute, but most importantly, I wanted to contribute and highlight the great people within our community, the great people that I've done time with, the homies that I've been addicted to drugs with in dope houses, My homies, bro. Kings, bro. Backstreet Kings. My homies. Dukes, 50th Street Dukes, dog. And then all the neighborhoods that I was able to meet during time, I was like, dog, like, I always thought I had it bad until I started sharing moments in life with individuals that had it worse. You know?
Yeah.
And so I felt like mainstream media wasn't giving us a fair shake, dog. They thought we weren't shit, bro, but they wanted to steal our culture, bro. They wanted to steal everything that we suffered for. You know what I mean? They wanted to steal our stilo, but they didn't want to give us money. We wanted to drive Lamborghinis, but they wanted to keep us on Honda Accords.
Altima or some shit.
Ultimas. Right? And I said, nah, fuck that, bro. There was gatekeepers. You know what I mean? They didn't want to let us get to the top. And I said, fuck that. I'm going to build a platform, bro, that's going to put us on a fucking upper echelon where we can get to the top, or at least open up doors for us to have possibilities in life, to reach limits, to reach areas that we would never be able to reach before. You know what I mean? And I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be the dude that not only interviewed the people, but knew what it was like to live like that to a certain extent. I can't relate to 30 years, but I can relate to different things that we can both relate to, you know?
Yeah.
I wanted to give us a fair shake, dog.
Showcase the homies, right?
I wanted to showcase the homies.
That's gangster love, homeboy.
Because the biggest and the greatest dudes that I've ever looked up to, I heard stories from, bro. They were gangsters and they were homies. They were double S, bro. They were SUR, real dudes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They weren't just claiming the fame from a fucking rap song, dog. They were the real deal, dog. You know what I mean? And they inspired me to be strong, to be great, bro, to overcome, to just conquer. But I wanted to share their stories, bro. I wanted to share their stories, you know what I mean? And not be a fucking, like, a dude that was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, didn't know nothing about the life. No, I know about the life.
Yeah.
There's levels in the life, obviously, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I wanted to give the homies a platform. This is a homie platform, straight up, bro. Yeah. Sometimes I get brothers on here, and I love the brothers. But ultimately, when we do numbers with the homies, bro. You know what I mean? And that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to give a voice to the voiceless.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I want to let motherfuckers know that we them dudes, that we about that life and we've been through the shit and we deserve fucking respect, bro. You know what I mean? So when you fucking wear our fucking baggy clothes, bro, know where the fuck it came from, dog. You know what I mean? When you driving our motherfucking lowriders, dog, know where the fuck it came from, dog.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We may not be on the top of the fucking hip-hop charts, even though we are now. You know what I mean? But before that, dog, you know what I mean? Know where some of these dudes got their stilo from, dog. They got it from us, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put some respect on our motherfucking name, dog. Put respect on our motherfucking culture, dog. You know what I mean? We shaped this shit right here in Los Angeles, dog. The homies did, dog. We shaped this shit, dog. Everybody fell in fucking line, dog. And if they didn't fall in line, then they were out of line, dog. And they reaped the repercussions, bro. I'm sorry, dog. I don't promote that shit, but it just is what it is, dog. And history will tell that to you. There's dudes that are really bitter about that to this day, dog. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to give a platform, bro, for us, dog, to be honest. You know what I mean? And it's not a real popular thing in the world. You know what I mean? But it is when they fucking talking about a homie. How many times you hear NBA fucking superstars talking about homie? Where you get that from, bro? That's from us, dog. Homie? Oh, that's my homie? You got that from us, dog. You know what I mean? Put some respect on our motherfucking shit. You know what I mean? We that gangster shit, dog. You know what I mean? And I don't promote the gangster shit, but we that gangster shit, dog. And you can there's different definitions in gangster shit, dog. Take care of your family. That's gangster as fuck, dog.
That's gangster as fuck.
Yeah, hold a job, dog. That's gangster as fuck, dog. We redefine this shit as we evolve as a community, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, and so I just wanted to give us a fair shake, dog, because I felt like people weren't giving us a fair shake, dog. I feel like people didn't want to put us on the big platforms because, you know, we Mexicans. You know what I mean? You know, we Jews, we Chicano, we whatever the fuck we are. We half-breeds, you know what I mean? Whatever you identify with, but we representing the same motherfucking line. I wanted to give us a fair shake, dog, and just highlight us.
That's right.
That's it. You know what I mean? That's why I started this shit, dog, because I had so much great conversations in hard times. In the oil and addicted to drugs, you know what I mean? I just want to, and those are the most interesting homies that I've ever met in my motherfucking life, or I've ever had the chance to just have conversations with. You know what I mean? I wanted to highlight us in a real natural way, dog, and not just like be some fucking weirdo from out of state, dog, interviewing fools that I know nothing about, dog. You know what I mean? I wanted to give us the real, dog. You know what I mean? And I'll forever strive for us, bro, for greatness, for us to do good, and for us to get out the fucking struggle, dog, for the homies to get out the penitentiary, you know what I mean? For the homies to change their motherfucking lives, dog. You know what I mean? To build fucking empires, bro. You know what I mean? Instead of trap houses, you know what I mean? Like, I want us to do good, bro. And I really want us to do good and live our best life free, not in a cage.
Freedom, bro. Priceless.
Hell yeah.
That's it, dog.
Yeah.
That's right, nuts.
Salute to you, my boy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you for pulling up.
Thank you.
Showing
you.
love to the platform. Sharing your story. You know, we know it ain't always easy. And, you know, dealing with certain things brings back different memories.
Emotions.
Yeah. But appreciate you for, you know, being you.
Being humble.
Yeah.
Being humble.
Humble enough to share your story, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't, you know, it's hard for them to do it.
Yeah.
You know? So appreciate that. Gracias.
Yeah, gracias. Yeah.
Always look.
Yeah, and also too, the phone number's up there right now. Zelle, hit
It's
his Zelle.
pinned right there.
Hit his Zelle, bro. Get him a car, get him a whip, or at least a down payment for
That's
one.
the homie Zell right there. You guys show him some love.
Everybody give it